testing my audio. Oh. Sorry, guys. Let me, hang on. I apologize, everyone.
And Squirrel with the Gun comes out this week.
Yeah, August 28th, so tomorrow.
What in the
it's
hell?
It's $35.
That does not look like a gun.
Yeah, his little arms are in one place. I can't help it.
All
the gun
right.
detaches, I think.
Well, welcome everybody to the Squirrel with a Gun podcast. I am your host, Squirrel Wolf. No, welcome everybody to the Renegade Realm podcast. I'm your host,
Or
Red
without
Wolf.
a gun.
And I'm joined by everyone ever, as always. Shout out to, I see a bunch of people. Andrew Cullinane, of course, showed up way before the show started. Thank you, as always. Game Seeker, thank you so much for making it live. And the support recently, really appreciate you. Fark you, hello everyone. And Lotus Esprit, what's up Lotus? Thank you for being here. General Spartan 27, RSJ fan, Rouge Lug, did I say that right? Please tell me, and I'm sorry in advance. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate it. We're gonna talk about stuff, but before I do say things with my mouth, I will say more things with my mouth and say things like, hi, assassin.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop and just have you insult me in some manner or fashion. But
I hate you. What have you been playing?
I knew it was coming. Well, I finally finished Kunitsigami Path of the Goddess.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
I really think you would have gotten away if you didn't say anything, I'm gonna be honest.
It was this
Yeah,
close.
I realized that as soon as it left my mouth. I'm like, I shouldn't have said that. I was gonna... Anyway. Yeah, I finished Kunitsigami Path of the Goddess in about 10-12 hour game. It's a fun little game from Capcom. I'd honestly give it about like an 8.5 out of 10. It's definitely unique. Definitely try it out if you have Game Pass. But the big one, Red, I think I've hidden myself online so that way you would stop harassing me about it.
Oh.
Game where I don't have to stream it. So yeah, I made the right choice. I completed all of Pharaohs. I fought the Thorian, and I made sure my squad was leveled up this time. Now I'm on Novaria, so I don't remember what comes next, but I honestly can't wait.
Part of the game actually is Novaria.
Yeah,
I really
it's-
like the Novaria section.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I think that's where I ended it last time, so I'm curious as to where
Actually,
things will go next. I didn't
my
even find
favorite-
the Ara
my favorite
yet.
part- She is.
Who's gonna who's gonna go next? Go ahead.
DeMarco,
My
I was
favorite part of that
saying-
game, I think, is when Shepard gets to be a Spectre, and then that music starts swelling up as he's walking, and you have all the council members that are just like, "Commander Shepard, we want to
Yes.
invite you," and then all the people are like leaning over the banisters, like.
Yeah, they're like, is
Now
this
to
possible?
me,
Yeah.
to me, the Spectre initiation, it's great and all, but to me, the thing that really hits it home is when Joker has Shepard like say a speech to the Normandy crew. That's when it fully hits
Oh,
you.
that's such a great point. Yeah, and everybody's like listening and leaning in, and he's like, "Listen up, everyone. I am the captain. I am the captain now." That was my favorite part. And then Tom Hanks shows up. It was great. So you
Tom
started
Hanks?
over, and Breath of
I
Fresh
started
Air.
over.
That is awesome.
Breath of fresh air. No one's in my ear. I'm not streaming it, so that way I don't feel pressured to play it. So yeah,
Was
I'm
that
having
a
fun.
little dig?
Tiny bit.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Now my dig at you is. Wait, I'll let DeMarco and Holly go first until you go last. So who's going next?
Okay, DeMarco, what have you been up to, man? I love I said your Picasso Batman shirt. I was wrong. It's actually Van Gogh, and it looks amazing. I love that. That's so cool. How you been, dude?
Yeah, they're playing Robert Pattinson back in theaters tomorrow, and then they're doing the anniversary popcorn bucket. So I'll probably wear this, and I don't know if I could get someone else to go, I would see it again. If I can't get someone to go, I don't know. I guess I would just miss out on it. But I really love that movie. I've seen it 4 times already. I'll see it a 5th.
Yeah. Same. I've seen
Screw
it
it.
three,
Why not?
technically
I-
3.5 times, kind of.
I wish they would have put because it's the 85th anniversary, I think, of Batman is what it's for. And I wish they would have put the Dark Knight movies back in the theaters, and I would have gone like boom, boom, boom. But I think they just recently did that, and I also missed that. But it is what it is. So anyway, there's a cool popcorn bucket. It's a bat signal, and it actually shoots a light that casts on the ceiling and stuff. So it looks pretty neat, and it's a popcorn bucket. So pretty cool.
That's so
Not as
cool.
cool as the one behind Holly, but that's okay because the Batman is a better movie than Alien Romulus was, which I just saw recently.
That is not true. That is not true.
Yes, it is. Alien Romulus
Not
was a fantastic 6 out of 10.
Oh,
No.
I haven't seen it, so
Yes.
I can't speak on it. But
It's
No,
not
can't
the
speak on
best
Alien
one.
either.
It's
no
not
spoil,
the best
no
one,
spoil.
but it's yeah. I'm not gonna spoil it. It's not the best one,
It was
but it is not a
leagues from the original. Leagues from the original. And what
it's
was
probably
really
in
good
third
about
place.
it,
1 and 2 are still the best.
it's in third. It's in third, but honestly, in the Alien franchise, that doesn't say too much because everything after Alien and Aliens really kind of goes, like in my
I
opinion.
don't know.
Um,
It's my favorite franchise, so it's I'm a little, but
it's
I
personal.
yes.
Is
I
Donnie,
love-
who
I
are you
love
asking
Alien
with
2.
that question? Are you asking
think it's
DeMarco or
cool.
Holly?
I loved.
Donnie says, "Can you have sex with a popcorn bucket though? There is an established precedence." Yeah.
No, but
Uh,
did you see? Did you see? There's a dolphin that's sexually assaulting people on a Japanese beach.
Again?
It literally hit 45 people. It's the same one because it's got the same scars.
So it's like getting
What?
up in. It's like happening. Like it's happening to people.
It's
Like, it's
rubbing its genitalia on people and
It's like,
biting at them like I'm serious. Twitter tells all, right? Like it's
But
a
no
it's a
one's
story.
been
It's
penetrated by the dolphin.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, well that's
Not yet.
unfortunate. Not yet.
But no means no in any form.
Yeah, in any language, human or otherwise, it means no. It's a universal.
Listen,
Anyway.
I also
ahead.
just finished It Ends With Us. I watched It Ends With Us recently, which that was an absolute 4 out of 10. It was not my choice to go see that movie. It was not my choice to go see that movie. I was dragged to it, but
What was it? A girl?
no. So it was myself and
You dragged yourself?
mutual friends. There were and
Okay.
strictly platonic friends. And
Okay.
the guy that I was going the guy that was there besides me thought that the other 2 people wanted to go see it, even though they absolutely didn't want to go see it. So we bought 4 tickets for it already, and it was very messy and silly. But in that movie, the guy says to the girl in the movie, she says no, and then he keeps asking, and then she says yes. So it teaches the message that no
The
means
Sean
maybe.
Connery. Yeah, the Sean Connery thing. Remember? You see that? 50 no's and a yes is a yes.
You'll have sex with me. No, I won't. Yes. No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
Yes, you will.
Okay, I will.
Okay, I will.
You see that? Anyway, Sean Connery. What a Chad. What an absolute.
But
What an absolute person. Yep. Go ahead.
anyway, games. I Risk of Rain 2. Anybody who likes indie games and likes kind of like bullet hell 3D. It's a bullet hell 3D indie rogue like title called Risk of Rain 2. Phenomenal game, so much fun, 4-player co-op. And they just had a DLC that came out today, actually, called Seekers of the Storm. And it brought several new maps, new items, 3 new characters into it. So that's super exciting, and I've been waiting all day to hop into that, except there's this stupid podcast in the way. And then then there's also a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2, believe it or not. I started playing that game again from the beginning. I've never beaten it, and I've never really gotten that far in it. But I started playing some Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm probably going to do the exact same thing I always do, which is I get my horse, I ride around a lot, I hunt a bunch of stuff, I have fun with it, and then I stop playing.
That's so crazy. So it was Colt, then it was Fonz. Fonz started modding it. Then I bought it on sale for $20. Today, I can officially say, first time ever modding, like proper modding a game. And I did it. I did it. Can I get an applause or something? Thank you. You can't hear it, but he's clapping. And thank you. I really appreciate it.
You can,
yeah.
because I tried modding.
Thank you.
I tried modding.
It's a
Not, I
proper
tried
clap.
modding. I was modding
Quack.
Skyrim, and then I was updating a bunch of my mods. Like one of the best mods ever made for Skyrim, Legacy of the Dragonborn. It is insane. It basically adds. If you don't know what Legacy of the Dragonborn is, for Skyrim, it adds a museum that houses every single unique item, while also adding dozens upon dozens, if not at 100 minimum, unique items that come from the mod that are either taken from past Elder Scrolls games, and it expands and it creates a museum with an entire quest line surrounding that museum. A brand new guild and faction gets introduced called like the Treasure Hunters or something like that. That's part of it. New NPCs, all fully voice acted, new dialogue, and it houses every single unique item in the game attached to all of this. It is one of the most impressive mods I've ever played, and I tried to update that, and it completely broke everything, and then I had to update other things, and eventually I ended up accidentally launching Skyrim from the wrong launcher. And if anybody doesn't know what that does, when you do that from Steam, it automatically updates the game, and you have to go through a process to downgrade your version of Skyrim to get it back. But now the problem is a lot of the mods I had just updated to the newest version that work, not on purpose, that work with the latest version of Skyrim, because goddamn flippin' creations had to come in and like just absolutely butcher everything.
Yeah.
Along with the anniversary edition, and it made modding an absolute mess. And so I just got too frustrated, deleted everything. I said, you know what? Next year, when I'm waiting for Elder Scrolls 6 for another 7 years, maybe I'll try again.
That's
So You have your modded game. I butchered my modded game, and I was so disappointed because I was playing Skyrim for a bit, and then I tried to update everything like a good modder.
Well,
State Farm wasn't there.
oh. Yeah, all I did was just add survival mechanics, but it also comes with the groundwork, the framework for modding Red Dead as a whole. So you have to have things like what's called Rampage, which is essentially like a very, very user-friendly console command that just has like a list of things that you can do, like spawning things, adding weapons, changing things about your stats and whatever. It's just like it's really user-friendly. It's just like a menu of things that you can do. So I won't be interacting with that too much because obviously it's just like a cheat menu. But the survival mechanics are incredible because they come with animations that are already built into the game that NPCs do. So you see that like with Skyrim, you know, like interacting with environments like NPCs would, that kind of thing. So you can pee, and no, you can't see his wee, but and then I deleted the game. I was like, well, never mind. I don't want to play this. But yeah, you can pee. So you have to urinate, eat, and sleep. It's got all that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna use the game as like I don't know. I've never been Holly and DeMarco. You're both like, what the fuck did you just say?
I don't. I mean, listen,
people-
eating,
people-
sleeping, that's all
horrible.
cool.
I don't want to do it.
Having
very
having to
little of that
relieve
in
your
the game.
bladder.
Yeah, you gotta pee.
I don't want to relieve my bladder in a
You
game.
just
He just sits there
Yeah.
and he's like, you know, peas.
and then what? He just pees his pants. Who cares? Does it like make other people point and laugh at you, or if you
Well,
don't,
I did it once because like you start the game.
does your
with,
bladder
like, half-
explode and you die? Like, what?
You could. Well, whenever I peed, I went behind a barn, and I started peeing, and like this sheep walked up behind me and was like, eh, and I was like, and I couldn't like stop the animation. Anyway, it's great. Listen, I didn't ask for peeing to be there. I just downloaded it because it's like the highest upvoted survival mod. So there we go.
I didn't choose the pee life. The pee life chose me.
Exactly. C'est la vie. Holly, how have you been? What you been into?
I'm good. I finished Black Ops Cold War. And yep. And I was gonna go play Vanguard, but it's full price.
Well, hang
And
on.
it's not on Game Pass.
What did you think?
It's good. So I bought it on Steam because it was cheap.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. Like it was really, really like COD is always really really good looking game. Anyway, the campaigns are. It did not disappoint. And then I felt like usually the COD campaigns can be pretty difficult, like, but I thought that one was kind of easy. But I liked that they had some stealth mechanics in it, and like there was more nuance to it than I feel like it kind of normally has. Anyway, they had some good puzzles and stuff too, which was a little bit unique. So I finished that. I was satisfied with it, and it teased Vanguard. So I was like, oh, now I want to play Vanguard. And then
It
was
teased
like-
Vanguard.
it does.
But Vanguard takes place before. Is it like a callback?
No, Vanguard is
World War
Vanguard-
II. Or World War One. It's one of those. It's not in the 80s, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
right. But so when you because I went into the multiplayer after I finished the campaign. But you know how there's like an opening scene? It teases some things to come in Vanguard, right? Not directly in Cold War's campaign.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? But they use a lot of the characters from Cold War to tease Vanguard, like talking about the Vanguard protocols or missions or whatever. They talk about it as in like, oh, remember when this happened in Vanguard or something like that, right?
That's what
as
I
a
thought.
callback.
A callback.
Yes.
Right. Not like
Yes.
get ready for the past. Right, I got you.
No. Well, no. Yes, but no. Right? Like in a
But
way.
did you
right?
did you
Just
like
being,
the twist?
Yeah. Although, I mean, There's different endings, and I don't know
Too
how
long to
much
think
we
about
want to. I don't know.
She
Well,
hates
at first I was like, "What twist?" Because I just
it's like the
took a path and I was like, "This is it." Like, why? You know, like stop
Yeah.
asking me. Stop asking me. I
don't
just
make
want
me
to,
make
you
decisions.
know, like
yeah.
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 So like, get me out of this flarkin' hall. I'm tired of going down this hallway and opening the same red door. Like,
Right.
but I mean, I just barreled down and went one way. I don't know what happens if you do the other stuff. So, like, people are saying there's branching storylines, multiple endings, there's both endings. So, it's probably worth at some point going back and, you know, doing it maybe on a higher difficulty and taking a different route at the end.
Okay.
That'd be cool. Anyway, so I finished that, and I made some more progress in Elden Ring. Not done with it, because I got frustrated, and because I'm in the last like little bit, and I got annoyed. And then Red and I got through another act of Gears.
Yes. Oh my god. So we had to backtrack. And I say we had as in we literally had to. We had to go back and replay a level that was probably so far the hardest part in the game.
Oh yeah. But
And and again, we're playing on like a higher difficulty and stuff, DeMarco, so you'd be proud of us.
Yeah.
Always forget about fighting
always
General
ready.
Ram.
Thank you. No, we're not there yet. No, it's hard to explain what's happening in the situation. It's just so we're split up, and so it's one of those moments where we're split
Well,
up.
and when we played it the first time, we picked paths. Or he's the only one that picks the path. I just go wherever he doesn't go, right?
Right. And so I wasn't used to where I was like, I
Yeah,
don't know
we
what
picked
you.
the opposite path of the way we did it before.
Yeah, so
right?
we were like, oh, we got this time. I was like, oh shit, we didn't do this last time. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. So after probably literally 30 times of dying, we like nailed. Whenever we did get it right, it was like perfect. Like we just, flew through it in like 45 seconds. Like this section that we were like stuck on, and it was so satisfying. But yeah, it was great. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to jump in. But yeah, Gears.
No, that's good. And there's a lot of
Oh yeah, fingers in the ear, Anya.
giant sausage fingers. I tried to take so many screenshots of the both of us just standing there with these big fingers in our ear, like next to each other, both doing this, like.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. It's so
It's
classic.
the most ridiculous thing. It's funny, but it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And then I started Star Wars Outlaws today on Ubisoft Plus because I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy the game, so thought I'd do that for a month and see, especially because there are so many games coming out
Indeed.
next week. And Squirrel with a Gun, which I already bought, comes out tomorrow or Thursday or Friday, one of those days. And I played that at the IGN live event in LA. Like they had a bunch of laptops set up that you could play on. And I'm telling everybody, it's only like a $18 game. It's fantastic. And the graphics were so good. Like way, way, way better than you would think for a little tiny indie game. It looked really, really good, and it was fun. I think the sensitivity on the controller was set stupidly high at all of those stations because you'd move and you'd be like flinging. But it's silly and it looks like a really good time, and I'm really excited for it. I actually won that in a giveaway on Twitter from the guys who made the game.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And so that's coming out, and the COD beta, multiplayer beta, the first weekend is this weekend, and then you can preload it tomorrow. I think it's 30 gigs. So I'm so excited for that.
And that's closed, right? It's only on Game Pass. Is that Game Pass Ultimate or
Game Pass subscribers and Ultimate Game Pass subscribers and people who pre-ordered.
Okay, gotcha. I saw some people were like giving away codes, but I wasn't sure if that was just Twitch drops.
Which happens a lot. It happens a lot that there's like a lot of people give away beta. Actually, you know what? I can get you a beta code because actually, for everybody, if you have Xfinity, which is Comcast, you get these. There's like some perks on your account, and there's almost always a Call of Duty beta code that they give to Xfinity people. So I don't need it.
Please.
So I can send it to
because
you
I'm
if I
not
can
going to
get
renew
it.
Ultimate until something crazy happens in my life, which there's enough crazy things happening in my life right now. That'd be a good time. But yeah, that'd be awesome. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, and I've been, that's awesome. That's awesome. I've been playing same stuff. Dragon Age finally hit around 40 hours in Dragon Age Inquisition, and it just started, essentially, like, just getting to Skyhold, because I was in Hinterlands for so long trying to just, DeMarco knows, like, just knock out as much as you can in the Hinterlands just to get it out of the way, get your power level up, and then just start the game. So yeah, at 40 hours, I got past the prologue. It's so crazy. But once I did that last night, it was such like an emotional, like, it brought me back. I was like, oh my god, I remember why I love this game so much. Because it does not have a good beginning of that game. It's so not good for entry level. Like, it is not good. Because it doesn't have any emotional beats.
When you hit the hinterland, it's just a halt. It just dies, and you're like, this is the game?
Yeah.
It's the rudest awakening.
Yep. And it's awful. So it's like, anyone who wants to play Dragon Age, I would just say, you know, just ignore Hinterlands if you're interested, and just go straight until you get to Skyhold to really see what the game's about, because it doesn't explain that to you at all. So I forgot about that. It was a good thing to forget about. It was nice to come back. And so anyway, I've been playing that, and of course Life is Strange, and again, I mentioned I was playing Red Dead. I played Red Dead 2 with the survival mechanics, and so that was really cool. And Starfield, obviously, played some Starfield. The latest update, of course, broke my game to where I couldn't interact with anything. So I had to uninstall every mod, not uninstall, just disable everything, load back the modded save, load back, enable mods, and everything worked. And I spent 4 hours not realizing that's all that I had to do. But I fixed it.
Are we talking about Starfield at all today?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, because it's in September. It's coming out in 30 days, essentially. So yeah, we definitely can talk about that. So I've been trying to like focus on gaming's been kind of weird the past few days, because for anyone who doesn't know, I'll just say what happened. I'll just briefly touch on what happened. I was abruptly, so I worked at a nonprofit, and that's sort of like a fucky kind of world to live in when it comes to being fired or being laid off or let go, or however the hell you want to say it. But that happened to me just a few days ago. So I'm still doing some work. So gaming has sort of been like my, it's felt like weird, because it's like you can't really like relax all the way when something happens. And so trying to like just sit down and like watch a movie or play a game with knowing that the things that have just happened that are awful happened. So yeah, but I just wanted to shout out to you, Holly, and to Colt. I don't know if Colt is still here, for being there for me. A lot of this stuff it's been developing for a very long time, and so I'm glad to have friends that help me through it. In chat, I see you guys, and you guys, I mean it too. Thank you all so much for being here. There's over 30 people here, and I'm sorry, I was gonna go catch up on chat, but there's so much happening. Yadani says, anyone else butthurt that the Plucky Squire doesn't have a physical release for Xbox, but PlayStation and Switch do, Assassin? What? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's becoming
it's
more
weird.
and more.
But is it even releasing on Xbox? Is the game at all releasing on Xbox? No. I kind of thought it was a PlayStation, but then it's not, because it's on Nintendo. And that game has got a lot of hype behind it.
I don't know. Sorry, Red isn't all alpha, bro. So he has a permanent beta coded.
He is, and then he corrected himself and said he is all alpha, bro. But
Did I say? I don't know what I said. If I said something silly. What's up, American Fury? What's up, bro? Thanks for being here. Shout out to Grey Monad. A happy bomb. Hey. Thank you for being here. See Palpatine. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I see. I've been seeing you all. Just Galveston. What's up? Crippling Debt, of course. As always, General Spartan. Oh yeah, Nerds and Other Legends. Yes, thank you all. All right, let's do this thing. Let's do the thing. Oh look, it's Jake, or not Jake. I'll just call you Jake. What's up, man? Thank you so much for being here. We miss you, man. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Oh man, we miss Mitch and Lexi. Well, we can get a hold of Lexi. I've been thinking about getting Lexi on, talk about Starfield sometime soon, so we can just get them back into the circle of life, circle of love. Anyway, so hey, what's the biggest news this week? Probably Black Myth Wukong. Everyone's sick and tired of hearing about. DeMarco, did you see the numbers for this game?
I know that it is the most played single-player game of all time.
Yeah.
That it broke all of those records. I know that its reviews were incredibly positive as well, which is very confusing considering the amount of bugs and problems I've also seen with it. So I don't know if just because everyone was really excited for it, if there's just genuinely a fantastic game there that's so good that all of the bugs are worth overlooking, but I've heard some pretty bad ones that are taking place, and not infrequently at that. Or there's something else going on here, but congrats to the Wukong devs. I don't understand the hype around it personally. I never really did. It looked like a cool action Souls-like game to me the whole time, and you know, I like that it had a unique world, I like that it had a unique take, and I like that it had unique characters and all that stuff, like Lies of P, right? Like Lies of P comes in, it has a very cool theme and a very cool backdrop. Wukong kind of was the same thing, but outside of that I didn't personally understand it. But also I'm not the biggest, you know, a Souls-like game needs to do a lot to get me in. Like Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor is a great example. That it's Star Wars.
Even
So
Elden Ring
I'm in
was
for it.
like,
I'm down to clown.
yeah.
I'm down to clown. And then you also have Cameron Monaghan, which I like his performances, so you got a double win there.
Yeah.
But Wukong, yeah, it surprised me personally, but it's doing really well. So congrats to those developers, I think.
Yeah. Didn't one of
Maybe.
them come out and say something nasty?
Probably.
no, that was the Concord dev.
Well, he did too.
Ah, yes, Concord. No, the Wukong devs didn't do that.
They said something
And
about...
then Phantom Blade Zero. You're thinking of Phantom Blade
Oh,
Zero too.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Wukong devs, because they watch the show. I talk to them every day. But, yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. But yeah, Phantom Blade, that's what it was. They were like... I don't even want to pretend, because I don't want to slander. I can't remember. But yeah, thank you, Assassin Phantom Blade. Or whoever corrected me, I can't remember. My brain's a fog.
Holly.
Yeah. Yeah? You have a question?
No, he was just saying that I was the one that said it.
Yes.
Oh, it was Holly. Thank you, Holly. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
It's
We're all
fine.
fine. Yeah,
Fine.
Holly. What are your thoughts on Wukong? You were nodding your head no, or no, shaking your head no. Not interested in Wukong. Monkey
Nah.
Man.
Nah,
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me.
not
either.
my thing.
Yeah.
No. But whatever. You know, I have nothing against, like, you know, there's a lot of non-gaming related things out there about the game. You know, like the female stuff and then the anti-woke stuff and whatever, because I saw American Fury mention that, and I have no comment or opinion on any of that stuff. I just don't really like monkey things. It's a me thing. It's uncomfortable. Half
If the
monkey,
main character was a koala.
half monkey people is not my jam. I don't like Planet of the Apes. It's just not an aesthetic that I gel with. So it's fine. That's it.
Wait, so Holly, would you play it if he was half koala?
Yes, I would play it if it was half koala, because that's a bear and they're cute.
Don't like Planet of the Apes.
No, I don't
Because
like
there's a
Planet
game
of
called
the Apes.
Infinity Nikki I need to tell you about.
No!
Have you not
No.
seen the James Franco film?
I would faster play Infinity Nikki before I would play Black Wukong.
Have you not seen the James Franco movie?
Why? That's what I was gonna say.
I don't like it.
But
There's so
even-
much heart and soul and love, and he's so cute.
And if it was bunnies, I would live in that game. Happy Bomb. Yeah, that's all I would play. That and otters.
Does
Bunnies and otters are my happy place.
Let me tell you about a game called Infinity
my
Nikki.
God.
Cute
Oh,
he is.
man.
Do they have a picture of...
No, I don't like
Baby.
Planet of the Apes. It's just my thing, DeMarco.
Look, he's
They
gonna
have a
he's gonna
picture? They
read.
don't have a picture.
Can you read the
I was
description
hoping
on
they
the
had a
back of that?
picture of
What does the description of that say?
Rise of the Planet of the Apes is a revolution in action and stunning visual effects. Caesar, Andy Serkis, in a standout performance, is a chimpanzee who gains human-like intelligence from an experimental drug. Raised by the drug's creator, James Franco, he ultimately finds himself imprisoned and taken from the humans he loves. Seeking justice, Caesar assembles a simian army and escapes, putting man and primate on a collision course that could change the planet forever. Apes together.
Yes. You cannot sit
It's
there.
the Civil War, just worldwide with apes.
Real quick, hang on. I gotta shout out
I was
Yodani.
hoping they had a picture of
Okay.
baby Caesar because he's adorable, but they don't.
Real quick, I just wanted to say thank you so much, Colt and Yodani. Yodani gifted 5 channel memberships to Isaac Hades, Nerds and Other Legends, Baboons, Gumbo, and Schmezler. Thank you so much, Yodani. I really appreciate you, bro. And then Colt dropped a fucking $50 super chat, man. You do not have to do that. And he says, for Red's water bill, you'll get a new job soon, bro. That means so much, man. You guys, thank you so much for the support. Incredibly timely. It was really generous of both of you guys. Really appreciate it. Game adaptation newscast has Planet of the Vapes. That's the planet that we live on right now, Planet of the Vapes. Oh, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to derail that whole thing, but I did. Continue.
I think we're on to Assassin now.
Okay, yes. I just wanted to see him. Yeah, Assassin, are you a monkey kind of guy?
I mean, you guys already know that most genre types are pretty much I'm okay with. Just not the strategy, look from the clouds, and command a whole bunch of people that I don't know type of games. I mean, I'm just waiting on a physical release, then I'll play it, but right now, no. I waited for Alan Wake 2, and I can wait for this.
Okay. So you're waiting as in, like, you're waiting for it to come to Xbox?
No, I'm waiting for it to
Physical?
get a physical.
Oh, really? It's not physical either? Okay. Man.
Yeah, it's
that's
not
happening.
physical, no. No, it's
Damn.
not. But it is a system seller. It's almost as if exclusives sell consoles.
I
Isn't that
know.
crazy?
Not exclusive on purpose.
Not on purpose.
Usually.
Not on purpose.
Yeah.
But it still is. And it's
I just
still
want to know
doing
why.
wonders.
Like, I've seen the gameplay, and, like, it looks good. But again, like, DeMarco literally said everything that I would say. It doesn't do enough.
It's the Chinese market though, and there's a lot, like, I don't know enough about it, so I might say things that
it's
are
the fir-
incorrect
it's the f-
here.
It's the first time that China's actually being represented in a AAA budget level. There's not really many games that focus on China in that specific scope, I guess the word would be. But other than that, I agree with you guys on that front. Like, I don't understand why it's being treated so specially in the country, but a good game's a good game, so who cares?
Because it's I think it has something to do with, and again, I might be getting something horribly wrong here because I don't know enough
get
about it, but
political.
I think it has to do with the fact that it is based around Wukong, because obviously that is an important figure as far as I know. in Chinese folklore. So
It's Journey to the West is one of the most popular Chinese folklore stories in the country.
okay, so I mean that has a lot to do with it as well. But I don't, you're not seeing that like with consoles aren't selling out in the US really, right? It's just in China.
He's going to do everything he can to admit that I'm not right. Anyway, I'm just waiting on a physical release, Reds. That's all I'm waiting for. Plus, there's too many games coming out in the next 3-4 months anyway, so let's talk about that.
Let me delete this post that I just posted with a huge typo and try that again. Yeah, let me... I'm sorry, go ahead, Assassin. What did you want to talk about?
What's coming in the next 3-4 months, man?
Oh, yeah, indeed. So the next big game that's coming out that's got me, Holly, and DeMarco by our virtual nuts is Space Marine 2. Whoo, boy. I haven't been this excited. At first glance, Space Marine just looks like another, like, shooter or whatever.
Rock'em sock'em.
Yeah, but then, like, you look more into it and you realize, like, how not only is it visually just, like, stunning, but it has, like, this mix. Like, it's not just another third-person shooter. Space Marine 2 has the melee aspect to it. Like, it's a lot of melee, like, dealing with hordes. And I didn't realize that this is the same team that did World War Z, the game. So they're using that tech from World War Z with the hordes and hordes of zombies with the Tyranids this time around. And I had no idea. So I looked into that. I thought that was really amazing. So that one is coming out September 9th, is it?
9th. Yep,
Yeah.
9th. 3 days early if you got the Ultimate
Is
Edition.
Which I
Is
did.
that the early access? The early access day is September 6th, then, right?
Yes.
6 or 7. Yeah. So I
Yes.
have that, but it's all about like shipping. So I don't know if they still honor that. I don't know. I hardly ever get like early access physical stuff. So that's coming out. I know that we're all three excited. Assassin, are you excited for Space Marine?
I'm not as excited as you three, but I still pre-ordered anyway, and it's already paid off. So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna play the campaign and whatever you guys want to play.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Red,
Yeah.
when are we gonna play that particular game that you had me download?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we can
I'm
play
not
that
gonna say it.
right after the show if you want.
Yeah.
Can you give me like 30 minutes? Because I actually need to show something to someone else. Just real quick.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but yeah, let's move on. And let's just move right on along. All right, so after Space Marine 2, yeah, Kings. What's up, King
You
Styles?
forgot?
I see you.
No.
How could you forget the 3 big games before that?
Oh,
How did
sorry,
you
I thought you
miss
were gone.
Visions of Mana, Star Wars Outlaws, and Astrobot? Oh right, I forgot. You're not interested in Visions of Mana. You don't care about Astrobot unless it starts with Xbox Game Studios Presents. I know you don't care about that. But
That's not
yeah,
true.
how could you forget the 3 big games before that? Me and Holly are really excited for Astrobot.
Okay. all right.
Astrobot.
I did not get the
is
controller.
pre-ordered with the controller.
I didn't get the controller, Holly. I tried.
All right, let's talk about Holly. You can take this one. You have
Oh,
played
boy.
an extensive amount today. Hot, fresh off the plate. I don't know. Star
The
Wars
mines
Outlaws.
of whatever.
Yeah,
Sand dunes
the mines
of
of Moria.
Kona. Yeah, right. But wrong franchise.
Wrong franchise.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Star Wars Outlaws?
So I started it. I only got an hour in today because, work. But it looks. I got it on Ubisoft Connect, or Ubisoft Plus, right? Because it's $18, $17.99 for the month. I wasn't sure how much I wanted the game, and I definitely didn't want to pay the $110 or the $130 for the game, but then I also wanted to start it earlier because Astrobot's coming out next week, so I wanted at least a week in between. And so because of that stuff, I was like, first time I'm going to try Ubisoft Plus and see how it is. If I really like it, then it'll probably be on sale around Thanksgiving for a very decent price, so I'll do the month of Ubisoft Plus, play as much as I can, and then move on with it right in the future. And the best part about Ubisoft Plus is that it transfers to Xbox, PC, all your progression moves with you wherever you can play Ubisoft Plus. So I started on PC today because I saw that Xbox Era had a game-breaking bug and they couldn't get moving forward. Yeah, they couldn't progress. And I don't know, that might just have been a fluke. You know, sometimes it's a fluke. But so I just started on PC, and it looks good. It looks better than I expected, given some of the things that I've seen. I will agree. I watched ACG's review of it, and I agree with him wholeheartedly that the faces could be better. They look a little plasticized. They don't have a ton of animation. You know, they don't have a ton of freckles or wrinkles or, you know, whatever, right? Like, they're just kind of these buttery things. But I got about an hour in. I finished, like, the first initial mission, and then you get thrown into this next thing right after that, and you have to sneak in and do the stuff. And at first I was kind of like, it's not really grabbing me, but when it was time for me to stop playing to come to come do this, I was like, I don't really want to stop. You know, I was kind of like, I was kind of getting that hook a little bit, which is good, right? For an hour, I feel like an hour is a pretty short time to kind of feel that, you know, that tether, right? The fish hook kind of starting to grab you. So we'll see. I mean, I'm still in the beginning phase, obviously, right? There's always still an entry point, and I think Colt's played a lot more than I have, but so far so good. I think it's fun. The blaster, it's weird. You don't aim the blaster, you just shoot, right? There's no aiming at all, but it's fine. It went like, you don't aim down sights, you just use your trigger finger.
So, like,
you know what I mean?
You okay, like, for example,
it's all
you know
hip
how, like,
firing.
That's what I was gonna ask. So,
it's like a hip
Gears,
fire, kind of, right?
So, like, in Gears of War, like, whenever we were talking about this the other night, like, whenever you're hip firing, you can sort of, like, see where you're shooting. Is this, like, a mixture of that mixed with, like, an auto lock that makes it feel, like, more cinematic? Where you
Yeah,
so
kind of.
Like, you can, like, run and be like, I know that I'm looking in this general direction. It's going to hit him. It's gonna hit the enemy.
Yeah,
kind of like
right. And you do see, like,
cool.
you see your cursor, for lack of a better term, right? Like, locking on. But to be fair, I've only used the blaster like once so far, and it was in the part where they're telling you how to use it.
Yeah.
Because I've been stealthing and doing some melee stuff otherwise, right?
Okay.
So I haven't played long enough to get to the point where I really need to be using the blaster much more frequently.
Okay.
But I did almost start to fail a sneaking part, and I real fast, right? And it pulled up really quickly and, you know, did what it needed to do. So I think it's gonna be fine. Plus it's massive and they're good with guns. Like, they're good with that stuff. So
what do you think
anyway,
about the main protagonist overall?
I am the only person on the planet apparently who likes her and likes her hair. And I'm really tired of hearing about people. Okay, so wait, so this is gonna open up a topic.
Yes, let's do it.
And so, like, I feel like people have gotten a little spoiled with characters because, you know, we have a lot more games these days that have character creators.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't expect a character creator in every game, right? I don't think that's the right thought to have, because there is a story that's written for a game. Whether it matters if your character needs to be a certain thing for the story, or if it doesn't, then maybe there's character creator, maybe there's not. But Like, nobody complains about Kratos the way he looks, or nobody complains about, I'm just using, like, like, nobody complains about what Ellie looks like, right?
Mhm.
Like, so why are we now in this world where we start to complain more and more about what a protagonist looks like just because you didn't get to choose what they look like? Know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Complained about
Like,
Aloy too, though, did they?
they did. They
Or is
complained
that
about
sort of-
Alloy too.
is that-
Yeah.
is that
Ah,
included in
yeah.
your message?
And
They
I think
complain about
that's silly
all
too.
characters.
And I don't know that it's. Is it because they're okay? I don't want to do this.
Let's
because I
do
don't
this.
really-
Hey, listen.
I don't really like this conversation because I think it's silly and I think it's overblown by a lot of people. But do you
Yeah.
think that people critique women more than they critique male characters?
Yes. Yes. And then whenever a male character is too feminine, oh my god, it's the end of the universe. It's the end of everything as we know it. Yeah. And I think
Well, hold on. I have one counter example to that, but it doesn't, not 100%.
Does it
and
really
you'll know
hold
exactly
up very
why.
well?
No, it doesn't. But there's one semantic argument, which was
hang on one sec.
the face for Peter Parker when they updated Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I,
don't
still miss the
remember
old
too
face.
much.
And there was a lot of people did not like, they changed his face, they made him look a lot younger. He kind of looks like a Tom Holland knockoff. I personally hate the change. A lot of people did like it though. But I really, that the argument doesn't necessarily hold up because a lot of players such as myself had gotten used to the original face, and then suddenly Insomniac was like, nope, it's this now. And so what we'd been looking at for, I don't know, the 20
Oh,
plus
so
hours
it's
that the
because
game
it's more
goes on.
because you had a character and they modified the character's look,
It's
not
that
just
that's why it doesn't
hold up the
that's
same
why it
as
doesn't
like a new.
100%. That's why it 100% doesn't hold up as like the strongest argument. But I will say, even that aside, I think that the old face had a lot more personality to it because it looked
I'm
less
curious.
generic. This one
I'm
looks,
curious.
This one looks very generic to me.
Anybody in chat,
So-
does anybody like the face change? Because I sure as hell still don't, even years later.
I hate it. I think it's
I
think
do
it's
not
a downgrade. Like the other face just had a lot more personality to it. It just it was you know what? It was memorable. I can picture that face in my mind's eye. I close my eyes and I could see it up here. I can't see the new one. I can't picture it.
I can't do. He's got like
'Cause
the
it's
big
boring.
eyes. He looked like Peter
It's boring.
Parker in a weird way. Like he looks like the
old one or
next
the
gen
new one?
Peter Parker in my mind. The old one.
Oh, yeah. You like the old one better.
Love the old one. Yeah. It felt like
Holly,
Yeah.
Look.
So that's what.
Look, Holly,
That's the closest I can get. That is the only exception I could think of people complaining about a male character, though. It happens a lot more often with female characters.
Yeah. Assassin, what were you gonna ask, Holly?
I'm not asking Holly anything. I'm just saying I understand that females get more, I guess, more criticism when it comes to their looks, especially in gaming. But
And I'm not trying to say vehemently like this is always the problem, and that's not my personal take on any of that stuff at all. I'm just noticing that a lot of people complain a lot now about the protagonists in games, whether it's the Fable chick, whether it's Joanna Dark, whether it's this game, whether it's Aloy, right? Like you said, like, and those are just the ones off the top of my head. But now that we're talking about it, wait a minute, those are all women. Like Spider-Man, sure, that's another one. Like you said, it's
And
a
that's
sligly
even a
different take
romantic
on the
argument, yeah.
same, right? But like,
Yeah,
and I'm
it's
sure there are
always a-
male characters too. But like,
Marcus Phoenix,
Why are
for
we-
example.
like, why are we getting so upset about what a studio has decided to design for the, I mean, I know there's a lot of there's a lot of political stuff now that people
What's-
are trying to use to argue about why these characters look the way they do.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say, what does it matter either way?
It shouldn't
Like,
matter.
that's-
But the thing is, I like I said, the looks of characters should not matter because it's up to the developers what they design. That's what they chose. But we still have somewhat of a right to politely critique both genders when it comes to
Yeah.
looks. I mean,
Well,
if you look
I
at the
mean,
picture I sent in our Twitter chat, her eyelids look like CD trays. And her bottom half looks like William Dafoe compared to the actual trailer. But she still looks good to me. It's just she looks different from the trailer. Red's dying.
Such a weird,
Yeah, Red, take a look. Take a look at that photo when you get the chance, and you can see the eyes. They look like you could just insert Blu-ray discs inside them.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
do you have an issue with the... I don't know if Red can show that on his screen or not. And of course, it's a Grum's tweet, so already I'm just like...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I didn't like the...
I
It
blocked
was the
him.
only one. It was the only one that I could get, so, yeah.
But that's fine. But the girl on the left, do you have an issue with that picture?
I have no
Forget the
issues
right
with either
side
one.
thing.
But if I had to pick one or the
I
other...
like it. It has personality.
Yes. It's interesting, right?
Really? They both look
What?
like they have different personalities. Even though they're supposed to be the same character, one looks like he's about to... One looks like she's innocent, like she's an innocent, seducer type of character. The other one just looks like she's just about to murder you.
And who? Wait, I'm sorry. Who are these two characters?
They're the
That's
same.
They're
That's
both
the
Cave
Star
Nest.
Wars.
It's
the same
it's Cave
character.
S.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, you framed it in a way that
I
I
think
was
that's just a bad screenshot that somebody took out of
Oh.
the game, and
Gotcha.
Grums always uses that stuff for engagement too. I don't. Sorry if you're a fan of Grums.
I am
I
not.
am
I
not.
do not like.
I'm not. I'm
Like
just
I
talking
said.
to chat. I think I know where most of you stand, but I'm just saying to chat. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
not
like
a fan
I
of
don't
most of
I don't
this stuff.
personally care. What's
Right.
I don't personally care about what these characters look like. I mean, for God's sakes. Okay,
think-
how do I phrase this without sounding terrible?
Isn't it fun to
Well,
try to have a politically correct conversation, but it's impossible.
No, I'm not trying to be political. I'm just saying, when it comes to certain developers, and again, I don't know why I'm agreeing to say this to myself. There are certain developers that definitely know what a woman looks like. And then there are some that try to inject unnecessary things into it.
You definitely didn't.
I'm listening
frame
to
that
him
right.
trying to struggle bust
I
through
know.
that. That
I'm
was good.
trying to struggle here. I'm like, okay, I get what you guys are saying, but it's putting out the wrong message here.
I have
Like,
to
I don't
say
care.
This,
But
um,
at the same time, you can't not
yeah.
be upset with people. People have a right to be upset about looks. It's just who we are as humans. We most of the time when we grow up, the people that we are attracted to are the best looking people out there. I still have a crush on Scarlett Johansson. Even years later.
yes. Oh, and I just had to say, Thatch cracked me up. Thatch says, in all fairness, Aloy looked like she was having an allergic reaction to shellfish.
You should. Oh, geez. Yeah, they did. They did.
It was
They
just
did give her the freshman 15.
Yeah.
No, but Holly, you do
Why
have a
crack me
point.
up?
You do have a point that why are we mainly critiquing the female characters? Why don't we critique the males here? You think that Marcus Phoenix and the rest of the Gears team can actually look like that in real life? I mean, for God's sakes, Red's head. It would take two of Red's heads to fit even one of their muscles. That's not realistic there.
That's fair.
Neither are the
Yeah.
characters from Street Fighter or any fighting games. Like, it's just, why is this even a discussion? It's a video game. These characters are not meant to be real.
And in all reality, I think there's a lot of. I think there is a real reason why they make some characters to look very specifically the way they do. You might not always understand it, but why is it a discussion? We didn't care 5 years ago. what anybody actually looked like. most of the
Exactly. You know
time.
what we need, Red? You know what we need? You know what we need to criticize?
What?
Why do all the characters in Mass Effect look like they have something in their eyes?
Because they're all like that.
God damn it, BioWare! Don't you have you never seen a pair of eyes?
A pair
Apparently
of
not.
eyes. Bushido says, I care as long as they don't look stupid. I'm okay. The voice acting is more important to me. I don't need my women to be sexy. They don't have to be half dressed, but it doesn't. Okay, well, hey, that's all you, bro. But I get it.
Okay,
I think
Bushido.
it really is more.
Get back in bed. Get back in bed
Go
and
back
think
to
about
bed.
what you've done.
No, shout out to Bushido. We miss you, man. We'll try to get you on sometime soon. That'd be awesome.
Arcane.
The Arcane says, "Why do all aliens in Mass Effect look fuckable?"
Didn't Fox News
These
already cover
are
this back in
the real
2007?
questions. Yes.
Didn't
Read
Fox
it all.
actually cover that all those years ago? And Keeley actually came on and said, "Have you played Mass Effect?" No. Oh well, that negates
you
your
know.
entire argument.
Now you know.
When we first started this conversation, American Fury said that's because a lot of dudes online have never seen a woman in real life, and that made me chuckle.
Yes, American Fury. He said their faces are tired. Oh my god, I'll never live that down. Not me,
I always
but, like,
find
I'll
it
never
funny
forget.
when people criticize the devs for Stellar Blade, but then they what they don't know is that half the design team are women and actually encourage that design. I always find that
Right.
funny.
And I think, what did you just? Oh God! Now I see what you mean. That's horrifying. Okay, yeah, y'all. Assassin just shared the Grumps post. Wow, that is scary. Yeah, that's not.
It's
okay.
like night and day, man.
Wait, you just saw it?
Yeah, I've never seen
could-
that comparison before. That's That's awful. Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing that for years, right, DeMarco? Like, remember Watch Dogs, like being like the big. We see like a reveal of something, and then
people are-
later on, it's like not even the same thing
Watch
at all.
Dogs, I
Bruh,
think, was the
pe-
turning point.
People
And
are
I think
never
the
gonna
message
forgive
of Watch
Ubisoft for
Dogs
that.
Was... No, so I was actually just about to say I think the message of Watch Dogs has been somewhat forgiven, but or forgotten, not forgiven, forgotten. But I also firmly believe that just visuals these days are so good, because we still see some of that. I think, some of that lingering memory of Watch Dogs might have came into the discussion when Avowed was first revealed, for example, because and that was different because it was cinematic versus gameplay. But I think the visuals at this point have just escalated to a point where it's hard to get angry at them. If that makes any sense. It's just no matter they all look that good now. You're not really having cutscenes versus. There's no reason for devs to make it super hyper polished and release something that looks infinitely worse because it just looks good to begin with.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure that Todd and the rest of the team at Bethesda wanted to make all the characters look like they were sightseeing with their eyes, but I digress.
Well, so Holly, so you like Outlaws, huh? That was-
I do,
That's
and I
the
like her
actual
hair.
game.
I think it's really cute.
Look,
I think
and listen,
really
I
cute.
agree with you. I think it is cute, and I think that's why
But Star Wars, yes, but you can't be angsty, emo music all the time, right? Like Star
I
Wars
know.
has a happy vibe, right? Like in general, Star Wars has a more light focused
It's like
vibe,
hopeful, I would say.
right?
There's like a
Correct.
hopeful
That's
undertone
that's
to
the
Star
right word.
Wars. Like even in Jedi Survivor, very dark. Both Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order, very dark games in comparison to a lot of the Jedi games. But still has that
But
hopeful
they're still
undertone.
hopeful, yeah.
Yeah. But a new.
But
hope,
when you're
you could
running
say.
around with the little alien companion, you shouldn't
It's-
expect it to be, fighting Darth Vader himself away from you all the time and feeling
Right.
the emotion of being,
Absolutely.
I'm
Absolutely.
enjoying it so far. My hour in.
Right.
I will know more next week.
All that matters.
And just to put this on your radar, Red,
Yeah.
Galveston sent you a message on Discord, and I'm just making sure that you know that and that he knows that I communicated that to you. That's it.
Okay, I will look at that message. If you need me to look at it now, I will.
No, it's fine. No,
Okay.
no problem.
Okay. Yes, I will check that out. Let me just look at chat real quick. Sorry. I'm surprised the face animation tech. Ooh, brother. They used in LA Noire didn't take off. Oh yeah, Game Adaptation Newscast is talking about the. They started using that tech with Mafia back in the day. You guys remember that? Mafia, the original Mafia games. They started using actual like facial capture. So, and it's the same. It's the same like idea like how we talked about Rainbow Six Vegas, where you would take a picture of your face and they would just, like, paste it onto the character.
Yep, a flat photo on a 2D. Yes.
And so they used that in Mafia, and then the tech got better, and then they used it in LA Noire, which it's literally just like me talking right now. And they somehow, I don't know exactly obviously how it works, but yeah, that kind of stuff was great. I would like to see that come back. There's like a charm to it. It's a little uncanny because when people are like moving not like a person, but then they are looking like in the face like a person, it's a little weird. But yeah, LA Noire, that game was really strange. That game was very, very weird. You can tell that LA Noire went through really, really tough development time because it is all over the place in terms of its story and how things connect. But yeah.
You know what other game is really weird that way I can get us back on topic about
do it.
Which game is next after Space Marine?
What's that?
I'm gonna throw this one to Holly. Well, technically this game for me comes out in November, but it also comes out in September digitally. Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster.
Whoop.
So we can really just call it Dead Rising
Age of Mythology, though. You missed.
I don't care about Age of Mythology.
Well, Assassin, just the way you gave Red crap about Astrobot, DeMarco and I care about Age of Mythology, okay? And it got a very high meta score, so give it its props, sir.
High? What do you mean high? It was 82.
It's better than Visions of Mana.
And Star Wars Outlaws.
Sick.
I forgot about
dirty.
They both had the same score, Ollie. What are you talking about? That refutes your argument there.
No, Age of Mythology got a better score than Visions of Mana.
I'm talking about Star Wars Outlaws.
Oh, well, why? That has nothing to do with you.
I know.
Done with
I'm just
Outlaws.
saying.
Outlaws
Yeah.
I'm just saying. What? I'm just
Throw the
saying.
thing in
Why
the
did you
trash.
bring up Visions of Mana? Star Wars Outlaws got the same score.
Because you're interested in Visions of Mana and you're very excited for it, and you gave Red Katuki about it earlier. So I'm just saying.
Katuki. I like that. I've never heard that word.
Give Age of Mythology a pause moment.
All right, I'll give you 30 seconds. Go to Marco.
Yeah, go to Marco.
Age. I've already talked about Age of Mythology though, but it's a classic. It's genuinely a classic, and it's a game. You know what I love about Age of Mythology? It's a game that can bring people who don't like real-time strategy into real-time strategy because it's an easy to manage real-time strategy game. It's not like so overly complicated, but you still get the idea of managing armies, sending them after other players, and then it's wrapped around this like fantasy-esque theme because you're dealing with Greek gods and Norse gods and Egyptian gods that are all duking it out against one another, and so you get kind of this grander scope of it. So I don't like real-time strategy games. It's not really my jam. It's too much to manage. Age of Mythology is an exception to it, and I think that's a testament to how brilliant those systems are, how great the game is, and just simply how fun it is. It's just simply fun, and it's a great competitive like multiplayer title too, to have everybody like playing like Civilization but in real time. A lot of fun.
By the way, just a
What's
side
that?
note on that, they announced Civ 7 coming to Switch, and I went, how is the Switch ever gonna run Civ 7?
Switch 2.
Even then, I'm not sure that that's gonna be able to run.
You think
Civ
it's going to be able to
7.
run Call of Duty?
It's It's not even gonna be fun to play unless you have a mouse and keyboard.
It's just
It's
like,
just-
yeah. Anyway, side
Not-
note, I was
like-
blown away when I saw that, not in a good way.
Oh no.
So anyway,
Brother,
Assassin's
ew.
back to you skipping over everybody else's games. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Y'all didn't even want to talk about Vengeance of Mana, so that refutes the argument there
We can
too.
talk about it.
So
No,
let-
no,
let-
no, no, no.
let's
Y'all
talk
made it
about it.
perfectly clear.
No,
Y'all
no,
made
no.
it perfectly clear. This is the
No.
anti-Japanope show. Let's keep
I
going.
have not
Dead
spoken.
I
Rising.
told you that. Yeah, I told you I thought it looked really good when they showed it at the Xbox show. I was like, oh, what is this? And then I went, oh, but still maybe oh.
I loved how all the scores were incredibly good and fair,
Anyway,
except
let's
for
keep going.
GameSpot. GameSpot was like, "Fuck this game," because they
Yeah.
just like hate everything Xbox. I love it. Can you tell me why I should be interested in Visions of Mana if you were to try to sell me on it in a very short 2 minutes and go?
Basically, just think Persona and Devil May Cry made a baby.
All right, I'm buying it right now.
The HUD is a little bit much, but who cares? It's kind of like Tales in that way.
Okay. Okay.
Or
You know when you look at the
most
chat-
recent Tales of Arise. What?
You know when you look at the chat and you realize you've missed a lot of something that's happened when you
Yes.
see one line, and I look up and I see Grey Monad say, "I say no to white underpants games," and I have no idea what that means,
Lord.
and
Yeah.
I'm like,
No context
keep
whatsoever. Yeah, and by the way, shout out to 37 people in chat. Really appreciate you guys jumping in with us. I know the subscriber influx has been, the support there has been great. So I don't know if anyone is new and you're lurking and you're not in chat saying hello, just come on, just say hi. You know, we don't have to. We're not gonna put you on blast.
Okay, Bushido. Okay. We'll get to that one when we come to it.
Someone ask Assassin if he's gonna. Okay, we will get to that one. Yeah,
We will get to that one. Where I'm trying to get us to go as fast as we can, so we can get as many as we can.
So, all right,
That's
so
why, Dead
Shattered
Rising.
Space. Oh, sorry.
Dead Rising.
Wait, when does that come out?
Dead Rising.
September 19th, technically.
Is it co-op?
I think it is, Holly.
It was never
Does it
co-op
have co-op?
originally.
I don't think it is.
Aw,
I don't think so. I don't know though. I haven't looked.
that'd be cool.
The game looks great. It does. It looks great.
Did they
You
adjust
can even set
anything
it-
with the timing, like the
Yes.
time limit?
They have
Yes, they
changed
did.
some of that. Mm-hmm.
Good.
They
okay.
a lot of quality of life improvements. lot.
Everybody hated the
They-
time thing, so it's different now.
It was interesting back in the day, but I don't think, like, I would, again, you guys know how I am. I would just much rather have options to change things, not to eliminate it for everyone. Like, same thing with first and third person. Doesn't need to be locked. I would just prefer more games try to look into options for stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead. Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. They took away
All right,
the erotic.
you guys
erotic
talk about-
bonus.
You guys talk about that real quick. I gotta go do something real quick. Be right back.
All right. So Dead Rising. DeMarco, do you care about Dead Rising? Did you play it back in the day? It was like a big deal back in the
I
day.
never played.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did a lot
yeah, I
of
never
new
played-
stuff at the time.
I never played the original. I've played Dead Rising 3. I've played part of Dead Rising 4. It's fun for me for about 2 hours to just get in, start whomping some zombies, and then I go, okay, I whomp some zombies, and I leave.
Yeah. I've
That's
whomped
Call of
it.
Duty's gonna be
exactly
for DeMarco.
Call.
I'm really trying to get him to play Call of Duty.
No, listen. Like, all right. So I've always liked Battlefield more than Call of Duty. Well, not always. I can't even say always. Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, Call of Duty, all the time. Then I played Battlefield 3, which I don't know if they came out. I don't know the time frames of reference. I got into Battlefield. 3
Battlefield
really late.
numbers make no
Played-
sense. It's 4, then
Played
it's
Battlefield
1, then it's
4.
Hardline, then
Loved Battlefield 1. Loved Battlefield 1.
I hated 1.
I don't like.
Okay.
But-
It's alright. You don't like Call
Well,
of
I
Duty?
didn't like
It's
most.
alright. We
Call
hurt
of
each
Duty.
other. It's alright. We toothpicked each other. It's okay. Moving on.
No. I want to enjoy Call of Duty. I want to. Like I genuinely do because I do enjoy it. I have a lot of fun. I have super fond memories of running around like a mad lad on Nuketown, capture or domination. Loved it. But there's a skill gap issue for me now where it's harder for me to enjoy specifically the multiplayer, which is, let's be honest, the bulk of the game. So there's a skill issue. There is also just a issue with there's an issue with the file size, and also I don't like the way that they handle.
But there's not now. They've separated it.
So they say, do we know the final size of it?
Each chunked, so you can only, you know what I mean. You go in and you just download what you want now.
Right.
But
Okay, but we don't know the size though.
Well, so
I
like
think it's
right
around
now-
100. I thought I saw it was around 100.
Yes, so my Call of Duty
Okay,
right
that's
now that I have
manageable.
installed is like 118 gigs or something like that, instead of like 240 or whatever it was, because
Yeah.
take away the multiplayer, take away the packs and the
Warzone.
whatever. Yeah, so but then again, I am gonna have the highest resolution, so I want those HD 30 gig HD packs. Are you kidding me? But it's worth it. Or is it? I don't know. It's so ridiculous. And then you go on Skyrim and it's like, here's a mod that completely renders the game incredibly beautifully with and it's like 50 megabytes. So I don't know what they're doing over there at Call of Duty land. Yeah, no, it's okay.
All right, I derailed that conversation at Elemental.
Dead
Kings,
Rising.
right? Like it was Dead Rising. I just was saying. So, DeMarco, do you not like one of the hooks with Dead Rising? The fun part is always like, what is the next ridiculously dumb thing that I can make to kill zombies in a different way?
Yeah.
You know what? I love it. I love the insanity of it. I love the crazy weapons, but it gets to a point where, to me, it just feels more like they're trying really hard to one-up. They're like, oh, we made this crazy gun that shoots teddy bears that when you shoot them, they explode into a bomb of confetti, but each confetti pellet explodes into a paint bomb that blinds them, and then that sets them on fire. It's like, okay, that's really cool and crazy. And then they're like, but we also have this helicopter blade rigged onto, and it's like, all right, but
What are we talking
now
about
you're
here?
losing me.
Dead Rising,
Dead Rising weapons.
What about them?
the best part of the game.
It feels like it gets too crazy for the sake of being crazy, and I know that's the point of the game, but that's also the thing that I look at and I go, all right, you're losing me.
Okay, that's the worst thing to lose you over, but okay.
Well, it doesn't because they typically don't have great stories. They typically, like, the gameplay loop is generally the same. The worlds are, I'm gonna be honest, not that interesting. Like the actual world design, it's not
You
like
play
you're
4?
running around exploring things. No. Oh, did
Are
I
you
play
talking
4?
about
I
Dead
played
Rising?
4. I didn't play 4.
Are you talking about Dead Rising or all of Capcom's games?
We're
Because
talking about
you are talking
Dead
about the
Rising.
latter.
Yeah, we're
I was
talking
about
Dead
to
Rising.
say, if you're talking about all of them, I was going to say, look at the games that you talk about, sir. Same open world,
What?
same
What do you
weapons, same gameplay loop.
What games?
Jesus Christ.
What game?
Elder Scrolls and
games?
Fallout.
Did you just go do like a line of coke and you came back like all angry?
All
and
angry? Yes, I did.
Like, what are we
Nah,
talking
Elder
about here?
Scrolls has
Look at you!
beautiful-
Look at you
Elder
over there!
Scrolls has beautiful, inventive worlds that are filled with cool stuff. I will
Right.
say,
I mean, they do, but if you compare them to most of the worlds nowadays, it's dated.
they're
I love
still more
Skyrim to death.
beautiful and engaging.
Yeah, with mods.
No, without mods. Without mods. But anyway, yeah. So that's my take on Dead Rising. Like, I like it. I think it's a great game. I do. It's just I hop in for
No, you
little
don't.
chunks.
Let's
I
keep
get my
going.
enjoyment out of it. I get my enjoyment out of it, and then I move on.
All right, so Red, have you talked about Dead Rising, or do you want me to move forward?
No, we talked about it. It's over. What's next, baby?
All right, what's next is, well, Holly, you mentioned it earlier. It's gonna take like a few seconds.
If you go past September 30th, I'm gonna shit on you.
If you
But go
don't
ahead.
mention Ara, which is also at the same time as Dead Rising.
I was going to go with the Plucky Squire, but okay. Damn. All right, the Plucky Squire comes out the same day, guys. Asses, and yes, it does come to Xbox. Just no physical.
Okay. It looks really cute. Like I'm excited to play it.
Oh, that looks cute, but not Infinity Nikki.
No.
That's not cute. If anyone says that's cute, that I would be like, I'm calling the police.
Oh, that's
sorry.
my girlfriend.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh,
Who's
were you
going
done?
first?
Oh, okay.
The Plucky Squire. Who's going first?
That would be Holly. And only Holly.
Holly. Yeah, probably only
What
Holly.
do you mean? Oh, I'm the only one who's interested in it. You two don't care about it?
I keep hearing the Plucky Squire, like I've heard it for months and months, but I've never like looked at it. This is not the game that we saw recently, the night game, right?
No.
That was sort of like just dropped out of nowhere. It's not that. I just need to look into it more. I really have no idea what that game is about. I know that you guys shared it, but yeah, Holly.
Look, Holly.
But
Holly,
the women
I
in
get that
Plucky
you want us to
Squire
care.
look all wrong. I don't know what that means, crippling death.
Huh?
Can you expand on that?
Yeah, but the women in
Just
Plucky
said,
Squire look all wrong.
Crippling
Oh,
death. We're not
no.
supposed to critique the women, not after the discussion we
They use
just
the
had.
same models from Outlaws and Plucky Squire.
We
That's
just
what
had
it
this
is.
discussion.
Yeah, we're moving
You're
on.
doing it.
We've bashed.
I guess we're
women
moving
enough.
on from the Plucky
Yeah,
Squire.
Donnie's excited about it, so you should. He asked you to look at a trailer, so you should watch the trailer. It's very cute. I don't know that it's your jam because it's light.
Okay.
It's not
Are you talking about
It's-
red or me?
red,
Because I
But-
like everything
Okay, good.
dark.
Me
but
too.
it is. It well, that I tend to like the cyberpunk aesthetic and stuff like that too. But
Yeah.
it's a really cute game. If you I would equate it to something in between like an Astrobot and a Nintendo game. I feel like as the vibe of it. But it's a Devolver Digital, I think.
I think Devolver is publishing it. I don't know who the
Yeah.
developer is.
Oh no. Yeah.
That gives you like a little like vibe check on that too, right? Because Devolver has it's unique in what it publishes.
Yeah, they're
Okay, it's
unique.
really
They're just
charming.
weird to me, but to each their own. Everybody has a cup of tea.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Exactly.
We're gonna head into October.
No, we're not.
Motherfucker. No, we're not.
I'm only
Ara?
kidding. I'm only
Nope.
kidding. Yeah, let's talk about
Okay.
Ara first. Let's second.
All right. Yeah, Ara History Untold.
Ara looks really good. It's only on PUC, so suck it, consoles. No, okay.
Yeah, but it definitely is. And a game like that,
It is on
like Age
PC
of
only.
Empire, yeah, it'll probably take some time for optimization with control. By the way, Age of Empires on controller works really,
good.
really good. I was like, how did
And
they...
I didn't think they could do it, but it's
same.
amazing.
I was like, I never thought that they would, but yeah. So hopefully that they do the same for people who want to play it. But yeah, go ahead, Holly and DeMarco, because you guys are both the ones. This is your alley.
it looks similar to like sort of like a Manor Lords thing, but with its own vibe. And I'm interested to see what they do with it. There's been a lot of developer direct like vlogs on it. They talk about how they used AI in one of them.
Oh no.
That studio, like when you watch those, they have a sense of humor, man. They're funny. Like they're like straight up nerd funny in the best kind of way. So if you ever get a chance, you should watch just one of those things behind the studio that
I remember them
Behind
in
the
a
scenes
direct.
of
You
that
mean the team
studio.
at Oxide?
they do vlogs, like developer directs
Yeah.
on their channel.
Mhm. Yep, I have seen a few of them actually. Yeah, they are very funny. They're very like
Yeah.
human, which is always
Yeah.
good. The big studios.
All right.
DeMarco,
DeMarco?
do you care to speak
About
No, it looks
Ara?
great.
Yeah.
It looks great. I haven't seen it really since the major showcases. I haven't looked deeper into what they've been showing. I know the last time I saw it, I was like, oh wow, this is a lot more complex than I thought it was going to be.
Didn't
And
you
I
see
was
it
like,
with us
ooh.
at Gamescom?
I didn't
Like,
really
Ara
watch
was
any of
there.
them, though, because
You
I was working, so I didn't really see Gamescom.
Okay,
It
well,
wasn't
Ara
it
was
Games-
there. Anyway.
was
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. Remember I made the joke? I was like, oh, so we're showing 2 strategy games? Microsoft?
Oh, yeah, I remember you doing that. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Yep, it was there. Alright, let's talk about the biggest one in September. You ready, Red?
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, baby.
Shut up.
Heck yeah,
Shut
man. That's not bonus.
All right, go
Oh,
ahead.
I got him all hyped up for that.
I knew
I'm
you were
gonna
gonna
pay
say
for
what
that.
I thought you were gonna say. Go ahead. Yeah, Zelda. Zelda looks like Zelda. Zelda and the Zelda show. Looking like Zelda all
Doesn't matter.
day.
It's a female protagonist. Let's crap on her for the next
Isn't
half
it
hour.
Crippling Crippling Debt?
It is
How do
actually
the
Zelda.
women look in Zelda?
Yeah.
I mean, this. You want my opinion on cute? The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. It looks cute.
It looks
All the
cute.
characters.
I'm
are
gonna
gay.
play that.
Okay.
I
Do you
will
play
try to find
as-
the time.
Is this the first game where you play as Zelda in a game that's called Zelda?
Mhm.
There were
That's
other
so
games that floated around the idea of Zelda with as the main protagonist, but this is the first one where she's full on through
Isn't
the main protagonist for this game.
isn't Sheik Zelda in disguise?
Wasn't that? I think it is, but wasn't that described as more of an alternate timeline version of Zelda? Kinda.
Well, so there was a mainline game where you played as Zelda then, before.
Oh. Well, I guess maybe this is the first one where you don't have to disguise yourself as another character.
Yeah, like it.
And, yeah, like you're actually playing Zelda with the princess robes
Yeah.
and shit. The echo ability looks pretty cool, though. I wish more games did that. As long as Nintendo doesn't patent it. Asshole. Anyway.
The Arcane
Look,
Realm.
I'm still.
Can't
I'm
wait
still
for
salty about them
Starfield
patenting.
Shattered Zelda Echoes of Space. Love that. That's what we're waiting for.
Alright,
Love
alright.
it.
We can talk about Starfield finally at 60 FPS. Finally.
Oh,
Jesus.
wait, real quick in between. Wow, thank you so much, GameSeeker. GameSeeker has been so supportive in the community lately. I've been seeing you. I've been seeking you. I've been, I hear a lot about your, you from Colt and how nice and generous you are. I just want to say out loud, thank you. Thank you so much for everything. And they dropped a Carolina $20. I think that's what that means. Like most people, I wanted a new traditional Arkham Batman game, but we are getting Batman Arkham Shadow in VR. I like VR and own a MetaQuest. The previews are positive so far. Is anyone here going to play it or purchase a Quest? So I do have one. I was gifted one by a family member a few years ago, so it's the only reason that I have a Quest. I have a Quest 2. And I love VR, by the way, as long as the motion controls are there. Holly?
I think this one's only on 3 though.
Oh, so you have to get it too.
That's a MetaQuest 3 exclusive, yeah.
That's why it looks so fucking good. Like it looks so good in comparison to other VR games.
And Marco's dying.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, DeMarco.
It's like they released this and they're like, hey, what's the best way that Rocksteady turns around, they're in a meeting, and they're like, we don't want to make a VR game, and WB's like, make a goddamn VR game, and they're like, all right, okay, fine, we'll make one. And then they kick the executives out, and they go, all right, what's the best way we can make this game fail so we never have to do this again? Exclusive. Good, I like that. All right, how can we make it worse, though? Only one of the several MetaQuest platforms is going to be exclusive to. Like,
Hey.
they're trying. They have to be purposely trying to cannibalize this title as much as possible.
Right.
Yeah, they are. It's
That's
WB.
so stupid.
Yeah, that's wild.
And then they're gonna be like, I don't know why it didn't sell well. I know what happened.
Right.
DeMarco, look on the bright side, DeMarco. At least you get to play Metro VR exclusively on PSVR 2, which I don't know if you have or not.
But that has been
Stop
confirmed
with
to
the
be.
VR exclusives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to exclusivity, VR exclusive, that's the dumbest thing. Like, why is the
God.
original Resident Evil 4 VR exclusive to Meta, but the Resident Evil 4 Remake VR is exclusive to PSVR 2? Like, what? Huh? Capcom.
Oh,
What are you
really?
doing?
That's
Something-
weird. Yeah, that's weird.
Like,
That's
what?
exclusivity.
Something must be working because they did this with I think one of the first that I remember was the there was like a Star Wars Shadows of Vader or something like that, like,
Yeah, those
and
are
it was
Vader.
exclusive. Yeah, I don't know. It was like
That's such a
Star
dumb
Wars
title.
Vader stories.
Oh yeah, Vader Immortal.
It
That's
was
what
something.
It was.
I don't, whatever it was. Vader
All
Immortal.
right.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
You got it. That's same thing. That's
All
what
right,
I said.
moving on to
So
October.
Star Wars Shadows of Immortal came out, and that was exclusive. So and then they did it. They're doing it with Arkham. They're doing it with other, like, was Arizona Sunshine exclusive? No, right? The new one.
I
don't
played.
think so.
Wasn't
I
that
think it's
exclusive
now
to
on Quest.
PSVR 2?
But I played it first on PSVR, so I'm sure it is. I'm sure it
But
is.
so someone has to be working with these VR exclusives. If they want the medium to grow, they can't keep doing this though. It's not going
It's
to help
silly.
VR
Yeah,
grow
with
as a
that,
platform.
Marco, I definitely agree. That needs that yeah, no. But VR is not going to grow anyway, because if it was going to, it would have done it in the past 10 years. Anyway, so Starfield,
These get
Starfield.
cheaper.
Shattered Space.
All right. Do you have details in front of you? You probably don't, but I think you.
I mean,
probably
I
are.
don't. I mean, we don't really need to talk about it. You've already got
It's
like 5
horror.
videos on it.
Yeah, I do. Well, okay. I just want to hear what DeMarco has to say because something came out today where a developer was talking about what they did, and they said that this whole planet essentially is like what people were asking for. So it, like they did their best to add at every turn, every like you hit like a point of interest, you do it, and then it's like you walk for like a certain amount of time, and then there's another thing, and they have that all throughout, and it's all handcrafted. And does this get you excited? And the thing is, like, this is an interesting, like, I don't know what to expect. So whenever I think about, like, I can only go off of what we've seen. It's like this dark alien like planet, and I'm like, well, that's great and all. We wanted it for the whole universe, which is a lot to ask. But this one planet, it's a step in the right direction. So I don't know, but I'm excited that they are like, hey, yeah, here you go, here's your planet that you can do all the kind of stuff on. Are you gonna download?
Hey, DeMarco.
Starfield?
DeMarco, can you say it with me? Can you just repeat after me, real quick?
Maybe.
It. Just say it. Come on, just repeat after me.
It
Should
should
should have
have. No, it
Been in the
should
game.
have been 10 planets.
Oh
damn.
yeah, it should have been 10 planets. Yeah, I'll say that till the cows come home.
Alright,
No,
say it with me,
100%.
louder. It should have been 10 planets.
That's what I said from the get-go. That was my opinion for ages. So, look, with I'm just, what I will say about this, I'm worried about Starfield in general. It recently had, I'm looking at the Steam charts over the past 6 months. It recently did have August 25th, that's Sunday, a spike to 15,000 players. And that's the highest it's been in 6 months. And of course, we had the new rover update, as well as some other quality of life improvements that have released with it. So it peaked at 15,000 players. That is less than the amount of players right now on a Tuesday night, which is almost 20,000. It's at 19,944. So, and of course, that's just Steam, right? A lot of people playing on Game Pass, both on console and PC. So it will be very, very different than what we see here, I suspect. But the fact that, there's 6,000 players in Starfield right now, 20,000 in Skyrim, which is from 2011, of course. So I'm worried about Starfield as a whole. There's two things that I can speak to regarding Starfield. One, and I made a tweet about this recently, which is that this mentality of a 10-year plan that, Starfield is the first game that we've heard Bethesda say, hey, we want this 10-year plan. We want, or not 10 years specifically, but we want these games to last for years and years and years and years. And we're going to support them as such. And obviously they mean creations largely. But Starfield was developed from the ground up with that mentality in mind, and in doing so, they've actually made one of the, I would say, arguably least popular Bethesda games. I would say it's actually less popular than even Fallout 4, personally. Or at least, at the very least, more divisive than Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Skyrim was not developed with that mentality in mind, and it's still retaining 20,000 players. Now, of course, that's largely because of the modding scene, and mods to Starfield are still new, but we're not going to get that level of mods. It's going to be in a controversial state because a lot of them are now going to be charging for those, which people will not want to do. So you're already kind of splitting the amount of modability there due to the fact that for a lot of people, they won't accept paid mods. And now, furthermore, you just have less players that are interested in Starfield, which means less people are going to want to mod the game to begin with. So the longevity of it. So that whole building games for a long thing, when Todd Howard comes out and says, hey, we want to make Elder Scrolls 6 the ultimate fantasy simulator, I get really nervous about that. That doesn't excite me. That being said, to tie it back to Final Space, lessons,
Shattered
we have
Space.
the handcrafted Shattered Space. What did I say?
Final Space.
Final Space. That phenomenal animated TV show. Go out, you can pirate it. That's the only way you can watch it now. Go to the portal and
I thought maybe it was like mixing up Destiny 2, the final shape.
It's a great show. Shattered Space. No, Final Space is one of my favorite animated shows, like, of all time. But no, the Shattered Space. So you look at something like Far Harbor, right? And Fallout 4 comes out, divisive. Far Harbor comes out, and a lot of the feedback from Far Harbor was, hey, Bethesda really listened to a ton of this feedback, and they took it into account, and Far Harbor is the best part of Fallout 4. Now you release with Starfield, and a lot of people are like, oh, Starfield, eh. But with Shattered Space, they're doing the full handcrafted planet. They're going to a darker theme, right? A darker tone. They're doing all these things, and players, while we don't have it out yet, a lot of people are like, man, they're really learning and listening to the feedback of what people said about the original launch of the game. So between Far Harbor, and they've learned all these things from Far Harbor, and they learned all these things from Starfield about what people like and don't like in the games, Elder Scrolls 6 better be the best Bethesda game that they ever release. Because at this point, they've learned so much that, theoretically speaking, they should know exactly what their player base is craving and what their players are looking for, right? If they don't nail it with their next title, which is going to be Elder Scrolls 6, then how much of these lessons are they really learning? Or are we going to have to wait for another DLC for the next Elder Scrolls game to say, oh, well, Bethesda learned from all the lessons from the release of Elder Scrolls 6 being divisive. They learned, and they're making it better in the DLC. I don't want to have to do that again. Not for the third time in a row. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me thrice, chicken soup with rice. So don't do that.
All right. I like that.
Okay, off the cuff. All right, Red. We've got like 2.5 months left, and we only have 15 minutes. We got to get through this.
Yeah, so I'll just say, really excited for Shattered Space. Looks really cool. There's going to be aliens in it, and there's going to be a lot of new gear, weapons, whatnot. I can't wait to get into it. I'm going to have to stay away. I have made a vow to stay away from my modded save for a while until Shattered Space comes out, and just go back to my vanilla save that I have, because I feel like I'm diluting the experience that they're trying to convey with new content. Every time that something comes out, my first thought is, well, I have mods for that, and I don't like that mentality. As much as I love mods, I will just say, I want to, whenever I jumped into modding with Skyrim, everything for Skyrim had been out for 100 years already. So I've had my time with it, with Skyrim, with Fallout, with all the games that I've modded. With Starfield, I feel like I am doing it a disservice by modding it, while still having not experienced everything. Not every. I don't need to experience everything, but I feel like I'm doing it a disservice by playing mods and experiencing new things at the same time. So I want to experience it for what they want it to be first. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be true to it, and yeah. So I'm really excited for it. Holly, I know you're not a big Starfield gal, but does that interest you at all?
I have almost 200 hours in Starfield. never finished my first playthrough.
Oh, I don't know why I always forget that. I'm sorry.
I didn't go into New Game Plus. Well, to be honest,
I
I
didn't
don't know. It must have been a fluke at the time. I'm hoping. I started to notice my Xbox having repetitive issues where I would constantly have to restart, like, or hard reset with the button and stuff like that after I was playing Starfield.
Yeah.
And
Building up your
I
cache.
wound up having, yeah, I had to like do a full factory reset on it at one point.
That's awful.
So in my head, I sort of associate that with Starfield because it didn't happen before that, but
Yeah.
might not have been. It not have been.
Good, coincidence.
And that's fine. Shattered Spaces though looks really good. I love that it's a horror space and that it's separate from.
Prey. Yeah.
Yes. And it's just a separate thing, independent of the main story, right? So they've hooked me with that quite a bit, and I'm excited to see how it is and what it is. And you know, you have a few games like Starfield's one of those where I really have always intended to go back and keep going and, you know, do more and really figure out the freaking base building stuff, which was really, really hard to figure out.
I've never.
I started it.
It really adds so little. It adds so little to the game. Not like
it didn't do anything for Fallout 4. Why did they bring it to Starfield?
Well,
in Fallout 76,
it
it's really
in the world of Fallout. Yeah.
76 is good, but because you need a base, right? So and then they had all those like fetch quests for your base, right? You'd be on the Mars thing, and it would be like you go up to the, you know, the interface board, and it would be like, deliver this much H3 to Mars or whatever, and then you'd have to like, I got that at the very beginning, and I could never freaking figure out how to do that because you had to have so high on the skill tree to even be able to mine that H3. So it sat in my quest log for all 200 hours because I never even got to the point where I could do. So I got a little frustrated with that, and then like I honestly, I play Bethesda games. I love them. I play Fallout 76 every day. Inventory management in Starfield was the most annoying. And I am maxed all the time in Fallout 76 with my, like, you know, getting rid, inventory management stuff. And it's not nearly as bad as it was in Starfield. And actually that thought of going back to that and just getting frustrated as hell with that deters me from going back to Starfield, which is crazy because normally I don't mind inventory management stuff that much, but in that game it just was really difficult. I think there's a lot of brilliance in Starfield, which I'm on a rant again about Starfield, but like there's some things I just wish that had options to make it easier or to live the life like Red likes to play in games, right? Where it's really difficult, where it's really more lifelike, all that stuff. Like, I would like to be able to just be like, give me the easy mode for inventory management. I don't want to deal with this crap that much anymore.
And
not
by
to
the
the
way,
level
Holly,
that I have to.
You can now. Without mods, they've added the ability to completely like you know how Ubisoft adds options for quality of life to damage input and output, getting way more experience than you know, customize all that kind of stuff in the options. So they have made it to where you can level up faster and get to the things that you want to get to quicker instead of having to grind. Because it's built. I remember Todd Howard in an interview saying like they want Starfield to like feel like a game, like it's like a 10-year game. Whenever people talk about like 10-year games, like a lot of the times they're talking about live service games. Starfield is built around like, you want to feel like there's progression at every turn. So like, yeah, I can't mine something until I hit level 20, and it's like, well, I'm gonna focus on that so I can get there. And then once you get there, you're like, now I've missed out on so many other things, so now I'm gonna focus on this.
But the problem is the ship. Like, you had to put all of your points into ship stuff if you could ever get a ship that could hold more and put cargo on it, right?
Yep.
And so then like it took too long to level to get those points. But then at the same time, I understand that the game is not meant to be a 20-hour game, right? Like, you are meant to feel the pressure of,
Exactly.
crap, where do I put this point? And I appreciate stuff like that. But, like, it just needs, like, I felt like there were too many things that were sacrificing your long-term longevity in the game at the same time. Maybe that's what it is, right? Like, there were too many things that required that at the same
There
time.
were systems that wanted to work together but fought with one another.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. Yeah, and I can agree with it. And it's just not for everybody. Like, yeah, like Holly said. And I feel like I wish that they would be more open about, like, I wish they would put like a trailer or something, like, change your game, like, and it would show like all the changes for people who are just casual and would like to just jump into Starfield and get what they want more quickly, because that's what gaming's about. Like, you should, like, I've said it, I say it all the time, options, give people options to, if you don't like something, at least you don't want people to go away from your game just because they don't like it. Like Dark Souls games, you know, I know that they're meant to be hard, but for people who want to get into Elden Ring, they just can't. They just can't. There should be an option. You know what I mean? But
that's what you should do. Maybe is consider thinking about doing some tutorial videos just on very specific things in Starfield, like very specific things.
I'm gonna
right?
write this down. And by write, I mean type. Okay. So before I do that, Assassin, let's quick fire this. If we go over a little bit, is that okay, DeMarco? Extra 10 minutes? Is that okay? He's like, I'm gonna kill you.
No, yeah. It's fine.
I just wanted you guys to know we wasted 15 minutes on Starfield. I knew I shouldn't have brought
I'm
it
sorry.
up.
Listen. We
It's
should.
not wasted.
No, you're not.
I have a lot of time
That
right
was the
now.
best part of the show.
If you guys here, I'm gonna make a poll here in a minute. I'm gonna end this poll about let me see, Shattered Space. Like 67% of people are excited about Shattered Space, and 16% say they hate it because DeMarco said so. So there you go. So there you go.
Loyal followers.
There you, yeah, they love you. They love you.
It was me.
Yeah, I forgot what the hell I was gonna say. So so all right. After Shattered Space, Silent Hill 2, October 8th.
Yes, Silent Hill 2. Anybody interested in that one?
Yes.
Yes,
and
me.
I actually want to know. I'm gonna ask. There's so many polls I want to do. Would people be interested if I stream this game? That didn't sound right. I realize why you.
Hey! Did you forget I'm streaming all of October? I'm gonna be streaming that game too.
Oh, never mind. Okay, I don't want to
Motherfucker.
cannibalize. We don't. Okay, I won't stream it.
Motherfucker.
All right.
Who cares? They're not gonna watch me. They're gonna watch you. Who cares?
Well, Assassin, you were planning on doing a whole bunch of horror games, right? Because there was a game that I wanted you to play, and you were like, no, I'm waiting till October.
Yeah, still
What
waits
was
the deep.
that?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's gonna be Resident Evil 2 remake, Silent Hill 2 remake, Dead Space remake, Still Wakes the Deep, and Alan Wake 2 at the end.
I genuinely think you would have more people watch you than Red if you had a face cam. No.
I agree.
Also,
Red. I told you.
It's
told you
not
for a
about
month.
the YouTube. He didn't say come on camera on the podcast. That was the deal.
That was not the.
No, he didn't say come on camera on the podcast. He said on your personal channel away from Red Wolf Renegade. That's what he said. He's respecting your request. So, just so you know.
I played within the
to
rules.
find that loophole.
Hey,
Listen, I play. I'm
life
playing
has
in the
loopholes.
rules.
I play by the rules.
Play by the rules.
I play for, I
Okay.
was just about to say I play for keeps. So that's why I was laughing. I play for
Okay.
keeps.
Okay. Ollie, Silent Hill 2. What's got you excited about it? You already know why I'm excited about it, but what
I
about
am
you?
curious to know why you are excited about it. Because this is like a
Considering how you
childhood-
felt earlier this year, and Red, it is PC
Yeah.
day one, so yeah.
No, when it first showed, I was excited about it because I didn't play these, right? I saw the movie, of course, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is scary. It's actually scary.
Yeah.
And I don't get scared of horror that much, like horror movies, but that one was actually scary.
Like disturbingly scary. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And so I was excited to play it because it feels Resident Evil-y, right? Like when you
Yeah.
don't know, it looks sort of in that vein. Plus people talk about that game all the time, right? And then the first trailer dropped, and then you went, "Oh my Gouda, like what is going on with this
Yeah.
thing?" Like
Bloober team.
but then it's Bloober, and you go, Bloober.
Oh, that makes sense.
I enjoyed the medium. It did not look great, and it was not a fantastic game, but I enjoyed it enough for what it was. But anyway, but then the last trailer they showed, man, it looks like they put a ton of work into it between the first one and this one. And who knows, maybe they cut that first trailer like even 6 months before it was even shown. Or, you know what I mean? They might have had it in the can waiting for the right time to show it, and it just kind of dragged on, and then it was put out. But that one looked way more polished, and I'm still cautious because it's still Bloober, but and it's still Konami, which makes me nervous. But
Previews though were very,
fine.
very positive though. They were very positive, comparing them to RE2 and Alan Wake 2. So, hey, sounds like it's gonna be a fun time.
Yes.
And Red can play it on PC day one, so he has no fucking excuse.
Yeah, no, I actually I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I am gonna get it. It's just things have changed financially for me recently, so I gotta like be careful.
Red, do you need me to buy that for you too?
No, stop this.
Yeah, for people in chat who don't know, I bought him
Persona
a physical Xbox copy of Persona 4, which is extremely rare.
Yes.
And I shipped it to his house.
And he did. It was so.
Do you have it with you? Can you show it?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah.
Like Atlas does great box art for their games. They really do.
I want to see just cartoon style things flinging across the screen, like with the
So-
sound effects.
It actually has interchangeable, which I love when they do this. It has interchangeable where you can take the hello, there we go, where you can take the art and like flip the cover and change. So this is the one that I liked more for Persona. Yeah, and it's got all this stuff, a bunch of stuff on the inside, as you can see. As you can see, it has a disc, and the disc goes inside of the disc hole, and that's how the game plays for anyone who doesn't know how discs work. Because I know the majority of people are digital, but that's fine. But yes, Assassin, thank you so much.
Yep.
And the first thing I did when I opened it, I smelled it. I was like, is there gonna be like a certain scent? Oh, that's right. This didn't come from him, so I can't I didn't know what you smelled like, which was kind of disappointing. That was the only disappointing part about the whole thing. But thank you so much.
I'm just
again.
gonna ignore that whole sentence.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Silent Hill 2, the thing about... Okay, Holly, did you watch the... I watched like the first 2 minutes of it because I was like, I don't want to see too much. Is it where it starts off in the bathroom? He's like looking
I
in
don't
the mirror.
remember because I am
All
also,
I remember he's
I
fighting
think
Pyramid
so.
Head.
But I also am the same way, especially with horror games. I don't want to see hardly anything. I just want to see enough to be like, it looks okay enough, I'm going to play it. Or it's not my bag, right?
Right.
But that's it. That's all I want to see, right?
Because that's all that horror games are. It's like the mystery, what's happening, I'm scared, I don't know what's going. You don't want to see a whole lot of that. Yeah, like Call of Duty. I'll watch Call of Duty trailers every day. 'Cause I'm like, who cares? The vibe of this, they didn't change the music at all. Like, it's the same theme song. It's got such a vibe. Like, it's got like a vibe where like you almost want to feel good, and then it's like disturbing because it's not good. Like, you're like in a horrific, hellish place. Like, Silent Hill 2 is like, it's one I hope that it hits with people, because I literally played this game whenever I was like 11 or 12. Again, way too young to be playing this, but it was like what kicked off like horror for me, and like what made me understand like what horror was, and that was my entry into horror games was Silent Hill 2. So I really hope that it hits with people. Yeah. And
agreed.
I can't tell if it's a new voice actor. I actually had an opportunity to go meet the original.
It's
Is it-
new.
it's-
It's new.
it's-
All the voice actors are new.
It's new. Oh, okay, got you. Okay, I was gonna say because first it was I can't remember his name, but I had an opportunity to meet him, and I couldn't make it because of work, like 2 years ago. Then in 2012, in the remaster, they used, of course, Troy Baker, which he did great, by the way. He did a great job. He was just Troy Baker, but it's Troy Baker, so he did great. So that's awesome that they have a new cast. But anyway, yes, I'm really excited about it. DeMarco, do you care about Silent Hill 2?
Is it an entry point into the series? Like,
So
Yes.
Silent Hill, Silent Hill. Think of it like Final Fantasy games.
Think of it like Final Fantasy or Persona. It's numbered, but you don't have to play the first games to know anything about it. They're all separate.
There's like no reference in Silent Hill. There's no reference.
There are very small references to previous games, but not enough to where you have to actually play the previous.
It's more like Easter egg.
To understand it.
It's like Easter eggy references. Like, oh, they're references, and then that's it. Yeah.
I would consider. There's a couple other scare. Like, I want to play through. I want to finish Alan Wake 2. I've been waiting for winter to come around so it starts getting darker a little bit earlier because I want to play that when it's all the lights off, dark out, like that kind
Better
of.
that way.
But I stream it, watch it, and see if you like it. Shameless plug.
I want to do that. I will look. I tune into some of your streams when I can. Honestly, the times I don't tune into your streams are usually because I fall asleep before you start streaming, because I go to bed ridiculously early.
Irony.
But what is it? The Alien Isolation I want to play through as well. So after I finish those
that's
games,
another
I'm
one.
looking for
Oh, Holly, I may have to play that one instead of Still Wakes the Dead.
I would recommend that. Over
It's a
Still Wakes the
scarier
Deep based on-
game.
That's
Still Wakes the
what I
Deep is like
want.
you could do that in like one shot. It took me 6 hours, and I was, moving around. It took me 5 hours, 5 or 6 hours. I think it was 5.
We'll see. But
that one you
all
can
right.
do very quickly.
All right, I want to keep going so we can get to Marco, to get
him
dinner.
fed.
Anyway, so
Fed and in bed.
Red, you and I, we're probably going to talk about this at a later date. But Metaphor, Refantasio, Alice's new IP, that looks great. Red, you and I both are gonna.
Okay, when is that? I'm gonna
Probably
add that to my list officially. When is that?
That is October 11th.
Jesus Christ, man.
3 days afterwards.
So crazy.
Anyway, moving on. Here's a game that we all are interested in, especially DeMarco. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, October 25th.
Fuck you.
Yes. This one actually looks great.
I just wish they would hook the IV up like right now. I'm like, here's the vein. Just do it. I know.
I have to
tired
say,
of being teased with these trailers.
By the way, my friends would like to join us if we're going to play the beta, by the way. Siege Squad. Just FYI. So we have more people.
What were you gonna say?
I want to
DeMarco?
play zombies.
Yes.
Because I like zombies and I miss zombies. But I will say that I know it was a team of people, but the folks who put together the multiplayer trailer that came out, oh my god.
I haven't seen it.
How many hours must that have taken to get some of those shots? Like, it is insane.
When you can hop out of the freaking water, shooting while you're in omni movement to land on the ground, I'm like, just that's it. Shut up.
Wait. You can jump out of the water and land on the ground and shoot?
Yeah,
So a bunch of 12-year-olds are gonna kick your butt.
Yo, I need to check out this trailer when we're done. I haven't seen it yet.
It's
What the
awesome.
fuck are you talking
Your
about?
dude just like comes up out of the
A bunch
water
of
like
13-year-olds
Max Payne.
are really gonna be kicking all over, or my butt at least, when they're doing that kind of stuff.
The good news is when you play multiplayer, I know you're saying like it's skill issue because you haven't played in a while, and that's fair. That's totally true, right? It takes a little bit to get those like things back, but when you're going to be playing multiplayer at release, everybody is playing, right? So there's always a ton of other people that are not nearly as good as you, even in your worst day. So it's fine.
Yeah, so I can enjoy it for the first month.
Yeah.
No, it takes longer. The trail off on it's a little bit longer than that. Plus, you'll get better. Trust me.
All right, we're all gonna play the beta in a few days. We already know we're all gonna play it together. This is a done deal. Alright, well, I'm just gonna shut this out real quick because this is for me. Sonic Shadow Generations finally getting a quote-unquote remake 13 years later. Can't wait for that. That's the same
I like
day?
Sonic.
What
Sonic
the fuck?
trailer for Sonic 3 came out too.
I was gonna try and talk about that, but we can talk about that later. Okay. Here's one for DeMarco and Red, specifically. Holly, I don't really remember your opinion on this. Dragon Age, the Veilguard, Halloween.
Yes.
Hey, October is
did you
fucking
see
sad. Jesus Christ.
Did you see
Red.
the high level combat?
Yes, I
I
literally
have
saw
not.
20 seconds of that, and I went, full fuck, and then I turned the trailer off. I was like, it made me so happy to see that. I was like so many other people on Twitter and online, so relieved to see. I was like, this looks so fucking good. Yeah, go ahead, DeMarco. Sorry. Yes, I saw it.
Yeah, so they released as I think it was like 10 minutes, but it was high level combat for specifically the warrior class.
Yes, the warrior class.
And it's just a shame. It's a shame that their gameplay reveal they did it the way they did, and they didn't show that character going through it. It's such a wasted opportunity because there's so many people, not nearly as many people, but there's people now who are like, oh man, that actually looks pretty fun, and they're like, huh, I guess
Yeah.
I guess the other thing didn't do a good job after. And there's a ton of people who are not going to see this because I'm going to be brutally honest. The way they showed it off was also pretty abysmal because they're
Awful.
explaining these concepts that are not necessarily easy to it's not difficult to understand, but it's like you gotta like stop and think, all right, so this is how this works, because it's all done. It'll be showing gameplay, and then there's this block of text over here that's explaining what's going on, and you're like, all right, now I'm not looking at the gameplay because I gotta read this because you didn't get the intern to narrate and voice this over, so now I have to do this, but I'm not watching the gameplay. And it was such a disastrous way to show off these systems. In my opinion, it was so stupid, but it looked great.
Not a great delivery. Yeah, it looked really good, like really good. Yeah. I don't. Holly, do you have any thoughts on it? Because you mentioned something, maybe.
Did you
were
watch
like...
it?
You mean Fortnite from BioWare?
Oh, okay. So what's the next game? Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, before November, Red. I just want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
So, we have Silent Hill 2. We have Metaphor.
I'm sorry, that's
COD.
EA, right? Dragon Age is EA.
EA, yeah.
Yeah. It'll be in Game Pass in 6 months. I'll be fine. I'll wait.
Damn.
There you go.
All right, Red. Silent Hill 2, Metaphor, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Dragon Age:
next
The
big
Veilguard,
one.
and Life is Strange. Are
Life
you
is
sure you're
Strange.
not going to need my help?
No. No.
Bro, that's 5 games already in October that you really want. Are you sure?
I have Space Marine pre-ordered. Listen, this is a BTS thing. It's all
That's
fine.
October. That's
I know.
September.
October. Life is Strange 4 is what I'm calling it. Life is Strange.
Okay. Double exposure.
Double exposure. Yeah.
Don't they have a 4 in the title though?
Do they? I don't think they do. I wish they did.
I don't think so.
I think they did that thing where like
great.
they went away with the naming convention after 2, and they just started doing True Colors and
That's
Before
fair,
the
yeah.
Storm and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, that's like only.
Anyway, let's see. November. Well, there's only 2 games that I think we all care about. First one, Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yes.
Yes, Bushido, I will buy it. As long as there's no fantasy BS behind it all, I will definitely buy it.
And
'Cause-
what's the next one?
It looks good. Wait, DeMarco and Rhett and Holly don't care?
I'm gonna get it. It's my first Assassin's
Is it
Creed.
fantasy kind
Oh
of?
wait, it's DeMarco. He doesn't care about Assassin's Creed. Anyway, moving on. Stalker Hill. Stalker Hill. Stalker
like,
2. Heart of Chernobyl.
Wait, hang on a
November
second.
20th.
Assassin, you skipped one that comes out 2 days after Assassin's Creed Shadows. Are you kidding me? Are
Which
you
one?
kidding me?
Genshin
Metal Gear
Impact?
Solid 3. Metal Gear Solid Delta, excuse me.
I'm
That
very excited for that, but I don't
was
think
not-
that's real.
that date was not real. It got delayed to 2025. Actually.
They just said they're gonna release the release date this fall.
let me just go ahead and
Yeah.
my whole life during that point and continue. Just delete this off of my
Speaking of
list
which, another game coming from Konami that the previews are looking great. By
Yeah.
the way,
Yeah.
I want to make a video on
Yeah.
that because it's a whole thing. But yeah, go ahead. So fuck what I said. Stalker 2.
Stalker 2.
Oh my god.
oh, give it to me now.
This is
It-
the
ga-
most
Wait, the deep
anticipated
di- the
game
deep
of the
dive
year
sold
besides
me.
Dragon Age for me.
The deep dive sold me. Just FYI, the one they did a couple weeks ago, it sold me on the game completely.
Yeah. We talked about that on our bro show that we had recently. Man, I really don't want to get into it again. It is my most anticipated game of the year, and that's even over Dragon Age. Like Dragon Age is like, it's like this close to being like just over the line. With Stalker 2, I've like fallen head over heels with Stalker in general. So, yeah, Holly, Stalker 2. Did you watch the whole deep dive? We didn't get to talk last week.
Yeah, I did. I watched it. I'm okay. People are gonna hate me for this. I'm a little more excited for that than I am indie.
Yeah, that's fair. Uh-oh.
Just because it's so much different, and I love machine games. They're one of my absolute favorite. But
Fuck.
we know what we're gonna get with indie. Like, you know what you're gonna get.
Mhm.
And with Stalker 2, I'm a little more interested in how that's gonna play. Read your super chat.
There we go. Okay.
I don't know why Discord kicked me out.
I almost swallowed my gum. I was like, you guys probably didn't hear it.
Stalker 2.
No, he's gonna read a super chat here. Just a second.
Okay.
Lotus just dropped.
I don't have this.
Thank you so much, Lotus. I really, really appreciate that. Lotus dropped $100 super chat. Can you read that, Holly? I can't. Yeah.
Yeah. Lotus would like to donate $100 through the super chat to Red Wolf and said, "Keep your head up, whatever it is, we have your back," which is very true.
Thank
Hey,
you
we do.
so much, Lotus. Really, really appreciate that.
It was very nice of you, Lotus, and we do appreciate you being around and participating in chat all the time, like you do, having the conversations, not just here, but all the shows, but especially here, because we're here. And your input is very valued, and we appreciate it,
Yes,
no matter
thank
what.
you. Thank you so much, Lotus. Sorry, I about lost my shit there because it's been a very emotional week, and I'm supposed to be the fun guy. So thank you, Lotus. I really can't tell you how much I appreciate you. Really, really means a lot. Yeah, it's a rough time, and this is like the one constant that I have, like, as far as like somebody to like look forward to every single week, and just seeing and hanging out with all the it's like a big family. It's really hard to like describe being on the other end of all this, because it's you can think about it, you can like think in your head. I get it. You really, once you're in it and you get this kind of support, it's incredible. So thank you so much, Lotus. That is incredibly generous of you, as always. Oh,
Donnie
fuck.
wants you to cry on his shoulder so he can rub his hands through your hair.
Oh, thank you. He's just going like this the whole time, just upwards through my beard. Yeah. Thanks so much. And I see Chris. I see you, bro. Good to see you, man. Arcane says here for you too, buddy. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Getting verklempt. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry that like threw me completely off. I had to like bend over so I didn't lose my chip.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Oh, Chris, have you done an episode about the new Diablo 4 content? We have not. I know you're a huge fan, Chris. We have not talked about that yet. I know that's like a big thing.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring up another expansion, considering the last time we went on a 15-minute tangent.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's just to be fair too, I don't know that any of us play Diablo beyond like the initial drop, the initial campaign. Have any of you gone back?
I have not. No, but Panda keeps telling me I
Vessel of
should.
Hatred. Vessel of Hatred, man, those cutscenes that they made for that are like super primo.
Yeah,
They
can
look
Blizzard
really-
just make cutscenes for all of Xbox's games from now on?
Hmm.
Like, I know they'd be stretched too thin, but who gives a damn?
Indeed.
No?
So Stalker
Okay.
2, Holly, you were saying?
I'm just more excited for that than I am Indy because I feel like it's going to be a unique experience. And Indy will be great, but we know what we're getting with Indy. I feel like that's probably fair to say. And Machine Games is wonderful, but Stalker is going to be very interesting, and I'm super excited for it.
Holly, it's releasing right next to Lego Horizons. Of course it's going to be popular. The Horizon curse is real.
Yep.
No matter how much DeMarco would like to deny it.
What? I didn't deny that one.
Yeah, you did.
I just said I have lost faith. I didn't deny it. I said I lost faith.
Faith in what? That it's real?
No. I lost faith in it. You know?
Okay. Well,
Okay.
anybody else have anything about Stalker 2?
Yes,
So
but
that
not enough
we
time
can
for
go eat.
that.
Looks
Yeah.
great.
Well, yeah.
Can't wait to
See,
play it.
you shut up, right?
Yeah, I will shut up, yes.
What's
I mean,
after that is
Marco-
business?
I mean, I was gonna point it towards DeMarco if he had anything to say. I just think that it looks great and I can't wait to play it. I like how hard it is, though.
I like how DeMarco's been Clint Eastwood this whole time and I didn't notice. Sorry, go ahead. God, I did not notice.
What the fuck?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I should go.
Stalker
I should
looks
go.
great. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see more of it. I'm excited to get my hands on it. I'm excited to somewhat echo Holly your statement. I'm excited for Indy and Stalker for different reasons. Like I know I'm gonna get a fantastic story. Like, I've always said that, you know, Machine Games' storytelling chops. Like this is an opportunity for them to really just show everybody with a licensed franchise, because I think their storytelling is absolutely phenomenal, with some exceptions, of course, if you look at like Youngblood. But
Yeah.
I'm excited, and I lean towards super story heavy driven games is what I like. So for that reason, I'm really excited for Indy. I think just as far as novelty goes and getting, you said unique is the best word. Stalker 2 captures that fantastically. So really excited for both of those games.
Okay, Assassin, you want to take us into the last, was it last two?
Well, Indy was the final one, but is there any games that I didn't talk about that you guys are interested in that I didn't touch base on?
It was just, for me, it was just Marvel Rivals, and then it's...
Oh
and-
yeah! I actually can't wait to play that one too.
Me too, yeah. I know Holly's not
Yeah.
big into all that, into that life, but...
Holly just
because
hates
it's-
everything.
Holly has a very particular taste. Yeah.
I talked about most of these games more than any of you. I was like, oh, I'm excited for this one. There's like 2 or 3. I was like, meh. Like,
Yeah. No,
Actually, it was 6. It's fine. I'm just giving Holly a hard time. But
that's fine, Assassin. I'm gonna screw around in the game that shall not be named while we play it.
it shall not
and
be
make
played.
you-
Hey, Red, I'm not the
I
only one that doesn't want to play it, apparently.
No, it's an amazing game, and I want to play it right now. So we need to wrap this up.
Yep, we need to wrap it up.
What?
That was it.
Can we all eat, please, before we do that?
Can we all eat? Yeah, exactly. That was it. We ran through everything. I always had to like look
Holy
back
crap,
at
it's
the...
a lot of
Mario
games.
Party Jamboree.
What's it called?
Oh shit! We didn't
What
talk
is
about any of the Nintendo games.
Super
Mario
Mario
Party
Party
Jamboree.
Jamboree.
Oh, I want to play that. It's gonna be really good. See?
October 18th.
See, I want to play
Mario
that.
and
It's
Luigi
gonna be
Brothership
really
too.
good.
Same. She's excited. Donnie says IGN Holly. She's got all the
Just compare Holly to
controversial.
October
IGN. Well,
17th.
people-
I don't know what I said. October 17th.
Because
That's
I don't like
fantastic.
monkeys. It's all coming down on me. It's just
No, you don't need. The reason why that makes sense is
I like
because all the games
orangutans.
that
They're
Holly,
awesome.
all the games that
Greedfall
Holly just
2.
dismissed will probably get 7s.
Yeah, yeah. Like, this is the first time in a long time where we hit all topics, all 3 of them. Yeah, so it was great. It was a great time. Hey, DeMarco, what you reading?
The list of games coming out.
Oh, okay. Anything pique you? Anything pique you? Okay, guess that's a way to
Yeah,
say it.
DeMarco, if you had to pick one game out of the next 3 months where you just say no to everything else, which one would it be?
I can only play one. I would pick Indiana Jones.
Okay,
You're gonna
yeah,
be waiting
yeah.
a long ass time, but all right.
You're a
Ollie?
big indie guy.
Ollie, what about you? Besides Call of Duty,
Biggest game.
Only
Stalker.
one game out of all of them that we talked about that I could play for the rest of the year. Totally be Call of Duty. Don't
Okay.
do
Yeah, there was no
Call
point.
of Duty.
There was no point. Red, what about you?
One game for the rest of the year.
If you had to say no to every other game and just pick
Stalker
one,
2.
Over Shattered Spaces.
Over my dream
Damn.
game. Over my dream game, Starfield, that I love to death. Yes, it is Stalker 2. It is Stalker 2. Stalker, like, it is so hard because, like, Stalker is such an experience. It's not a... It's weird to, like, say it's not a shooter. It's not a run and gun type of shooter. It is very methodical. Every time that you do something and succeed at it, you feel like, oh my god, like, I just did that. Like, it is just so rewarding in that aspect. It's just such a different type of game. It's just such a different type of game. Yeah, so that's mine. That's mine.
so DeMarco
If
says
we-
Indie, you say Stalker, and Holly says COD.
What about you?
Wow, mine's completely different than y'all's. Mine would be Metaphor, ReFantazio.
Okay, understandable. Yeah. Yeah.
You know how long Atlas's games are. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Which is why I don't think I'm gonna get to play it for another year or so, because I still have to play Persona 3 and 4.
Yeah,
So-
get on that, please, before I kick your ass.
I know. We didn't talk about it because I know I'm gonna get into it and fall in love. That's why I've been holding off.
Yeah,
until
bro,
I
I'm
finish.
gonna beat the DLC 3 times before you even pick it up again.
I know. Speaking of kicking my ass, DeMarco, where can people find you?
DeMarco
Kicking
Dude
your ass.
on YouTube and Twitter. Check it out in the description.
There you go. Thanks. That was quick and to the point. Thank you, DeMarco. What are you gonna eat whenever you get off here? Do you have plans on the food?
Salmon burger.
What? That sounds amazing. You have like
a
frozen
salmon
patties.
meat patty.
Oh,
Salmon meat patty. And you stick that on the bun with some like. You can get like you just make like a yogurt sauce homemade yogurt sauce on that.
Yeah.
Some lettuce, tomato.
Oh my god, that sounds
Bon
amazing.
appetit.
I am hungry as shit. Holly.
DeMarco's
what
not the only one getting seafood.
Okay, Holly.
Go ahead, Holly.
What are you gonna be eating?
Holly,
and
what are
where
you
can
gonna
people find you?
I have blue number everywhere. On Friday nights at 7 p.m. Central, the Infinite Podcast is back on Friday nights, 7 p.m. Central this Friday. And then here. And playing the COD beta and Star Wars Outlaws. And the game that we're going to play later that DeMarco hasn't said that he's playing.
He's not going to. He doesn't care. Anyway,
I do care. I like the game. I like it. There's just
Alright,
a
so we'll be
new
on later.
DLC that came out for the other game that I like.
Yeah, so we're gonna jump on after this, and it'll be great.
after we eat,
Yep.
after we
After
eat,
we eat. After we eat. Yeah, exactly. I'm excited. That's great. Fantastic. Assassin, what about you? You got plans for food, and then where can people find you?
I'm actually ordering some Japanese food, actually.
Okay. Well, okay, hang on. You're
Takoyaki.
ordering food. How the hell long is that gonna take to get there?
Probably about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll allow it.
Yeah. Well, I ordered it a while ago, so yeah, takoyaki diced octopus, man.
Oh shit. Okay. Love me some
Diced
calamari.
octopus. Yakisoba, wheat-based noodles with some carrots,
No wonder you
Oh,
love
yeah.
Persona so much. You know, I used to. Sorry. I used to. Sorry. I used
Laughing at what
to-
Udoni said in the chat.
I used to watch Naruto and eat ramen noodles with chopsticks. Now, I swear to God, if anyone in chat says that they haven't done that, you're a fucking liar. I know you're a liar. Okay, so let me just put that out there. That's awesome. Yeah, where can people find you? Are you gonna be got any stuff, anything coming out on your content areas?
Yes, I would have had my video out last week, but I've worked 7 days in a row, so I haven't had time to do that.
Oh, you had to catch up, right?
Yep, I'm gonna have to postpone that till Friday. As far as streaming, I'm probably not gonna stream until we actually all play the beta together. To be honest. So yeah,
Call of
you
Duty
can find
beta?
me. No, Holly, the Starfield beta.
Call of Duty. Yeah, that means. So good.
Yeah, alright. Yeah. I'm gonna stream the Call of Duty beta when we all play together. Hopefully my friends can join in. That way we can all be in a video together. Hey. I can actually make DeMarco funny.
We
Her.
were in a video together when I kicked ass on Rainbow Six Siege and showed you how.
There you go.
The
Showed you how it was
tutorial.
I wasn't recording then. I was not recording then. Yeah, you can find me on
Actually
Twitter
make me
and
funny.
Twitch. I said funny
Oh.
I said
Oh.
never getting
DeMarco
outta
died
here.
that day. Well, and
We're
since
never getting outta
DeMarco's
here.
dead, it's
Yeah,
it's-
you
it's
can
the
find me
end.
on Twitter and Twitch at Assassin52. All of our links are in the description down below, so check it out. And be sure to follow me on Twitch before October. I am serious about streaming as many horror games as I can. All of them. Dear God, it's gonna be a long month.
Can't wait.
Long, happy month. Holy crap.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And you guys can follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description. If you go right now and click on that, follow me on Twitter. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. You don't have to. It's fine. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing stuff and looking in. Got a new video coming out that I won't say what it's about because there's multiple videos, so I don't know which one's gonna come out first. But I have a lot of time on my hands right now, so I'm gonna try to just pump that out and stay busy, keep my hands busy in this very weird time right now. So again, thank you all so much for all the support. Shout out to Yadani Gazada, Lotus Esprit, of course, Colt Eastwood, and Game Seeker for all the support during this show. It was amazing. Oh, and I forgot.
And Galveston. Galveston too.
Did Galveston? Did he?
You'll see. You'll see.
I don't know what Galveston's
Just thank him
done,
now.
but thank you, Galveston. I don't know what you've done, but thank you. I'm like, am I gonna wake up tomorrow and there's gonna be like a elephant who's like, congratulations? I forgot to say, Yadani had a 1 month membership chat that I meant to read in the very beginning. I completely missed, and he said, thanks to Lotus, I can type the things in this box that translated into your ears sounds like what you think my voice sounds like after Red reads it. So yeah, that's what Yadani sounds like whenever he's in my mouth, or whenever it comes out of my mouth. That's the show, everyone. Thank y'all so much.
We're moving.
We're gonna just
Thank
go on,
you,
get out of
bye.
here. See you guys.